The old man in the library flips a dusty page with shaking hand, clears his throat, and reads aloud. In the beginning, before Petrichor drowned the world or Ignova planted their first seed, there was the spark, and nothing else. It glittered in the infinite night like all the stars at once, but the blackness grew resentful of the spark's beauty and turned its oppressive ruin against it. It shattered the spark into countless fragments, and those tiny pieces of light, of magic, and of love diffused throughout the cosmos. The endless night, in its reckless rage, had sown the seeds of its own destruction. He breaks from his reading to look over his shoulder, the sound, or rather the absence of it. His breath shudders cold, condensing before his eyes. Not contained to Atos, then, he mutters, and turns the page. Welcome, everyone, to the Keep at the Edge of Midnight, where you are all dancers on the most fantastic stage. What you are seeing at the moment is an impressive ballroom. Walls of beautiful oak paneling rising up into stone with stained glass windows. There is no ceiling, though. It just sort of stops and then open up into the air where you can see a large, looming false sun above you. It is very close, it is very hot, and it bathes the whole place in orange light. Beyond that, you can see twisting over you as a natural roof, not an artificial one, are massive briars. And yeah, you are all dancing, and you've been dancing for the whole night and you're loving it. And we're now going to focus briefly on Eao. Eao, you're dancing with your partner in a very fast sort of Viennese waltz style. So the Viennese waltz is very quick. It's a lot of spinning. You're a little dizzy, but you know, you're getting good at this now. And I will open up a little map and I'll show you what you're dealing with.
I do love little maps.
Yeah, it's a little map that might get bigger later. Okay. So each of these circles is a whirling dervish of people, essentially. There's dozens and dozens of people on this floor, but I've condensed it down so that you don't have to speak to every single person. Everyone is wearing masks, beautiful masks. In fact, Eao, why don't you describe your mask tonight?
Okay, Eao's mask is that of a seemingly white dragon with fur rather than scales. This dragon is one known as a moonstone dragon. It is a dragon that is connected very deeply with the Feywild specifically. It is specifically what happens when any dragon egg is hatched within the Feywilds.
And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful mask. The person you're dancing with, the magic of these masks seems to change everyone so their bodies look roughly the same, to hide essentially the identity of who's behind them. But the masks are all different. One you're dancing with at the moment is a beautiful bronze fox. There are, in the top right, there is a shimmering emerald trout. In the top left, you can see a blue jay made of sapphire. Over here, you can see an otter made of little copper scales. Down here, we have an owl bear made of marble. Here we have a newt, and that one is that one's made of emerald. Down here we have a king cobra, and that one is actually amazingly actually made of snakeskin. And down here we have a dog, and that one is made of fur. So what you have to do, you're in these dancing circles. The only way you can transfer from one to the other is to move to one of these adjacent circles. Why would you need to? You're having the perfect night. It's the best night. Only just for a second, everything slips and you feel the pain in your feet. You look down and you can see the blood pooling in your shoes. How long have you been dancing for? Your partner frowns at you, whispers very quietly in a French accent, "I've dropped the enchantment, but it won't last long. Find the people who were near you when I dropped it. They've twisted around now. Find them and get out of here. Go."
Wait, what's happening? What's happening?
And then her face just goes again. It's like, isn't this wonderful?
Yeah.
I love dancing. I could dance forever. Forever. She dances on. And you can see the floor is splattered in blood. There have been a lot of people dancing here for a very, very long time.
You will have to do the do-si-do maneuver.
Choose a circle to move to.
I think
You first have to identify who's your friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably start by moving up.
Okay. So you're faced with the Trout Mask, and the Trout Mask goes, "Hey, this is a great party. I'm loving it. Yes, yes, yes." And he's just spinning constantly, and it's just having a great time, just the greatest of times. Oh, you want to dance? Let's go! Yeah.
Yes. It's a wonderful party. Do you remember what this party was for, though?
Oh, well, now you put it that way. Well, it's just for the fun of it, isn't it? Yeah! Whee! And he grabs your arms and spins you around, a little bit like that scene in the Titanic. Not that scene in the Titanic, the one where they're dancing.
In that case, while he's spinning, I'll let him go so he flies off in one direction. I'll move on to this one.
Okay, you leave Dimbles behind, and you come through to. So this is the Blue Jay. Grounded, please describe your character.
I didn't see any orange tieflings around here. I'm playing a journalist. She's very sort of formally dressed, like she's puts on a sort of a dress and a corset, but she's kept her newsy hat on. She's a tiefling. Her horns are under her hat, but her eyes are green. Her teeth are pointed, and even though her skin's pale and freckled, there's a very clear glow to her eyes. And this is Potts, who I knows is a very irritating journalist.
You're dancing together. What do you say? I will say, for your benefit, Bree, Potts is one of the people who has the enchantment has just dropped for you as well.
Okay.
That would be the case for all of you. You were the ones who were close enough when the spell went off.
Blood everywhere. I'm stuck dancing. Do you have an explanation? If you have one,
I'm just as lost as you are in all this.
All right, we're both just innocent bystanders, eh? How about you set the record straight?
Look, there's literally nothing in this world I can set straight, especially right now.
Okay, I like that one. Could I quote it?
No.
You can't stop me.
I will soon.
You and Hugh's army.
And they spent the rest of the night doing this and never found the other place.
Yeah, give us at least some time to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Absolutely, be as litigious as you would like.
Look, we need to be getting out of here.
Yep, I can't break the news with broken ankles. Do you know the way?
Not at all. Perhaps there are other people in this crowd we could look for.
Yeah.
Someone here has to.
Hey, I'll split up and find a new lead then. Carry on.
I can reveal the two people you've already danced with just for the sake of it.
And Eo's gonna move along the chain.
Okay, you head south.
Belden,
are you going anywhere? Because you're no longer stuck either. You can change rings as well. But Eao, yes, you're talking to the otter, and the otter grabs your hands with their hands and says, "Busy!"
That did not come through the mic.
Oh, says, "Busy!" Rawr! And spins you around. Does a little pirouette and says,
Of all the people I expected to find here, you were not one of them.
Well, you ought to know better.
Good old Jacques.
How's the dance, Jacques?
Busy!
Ever the conversationalist.
Busy. You go on down to this one. Belden, you're dancing with the fire fawn, who is saying, what a lovely night, eh?
Yes,
sun.
yes, lovely. Do you know one Dunwich?
It is such a great dance. I could dance forever to this music.
What music is this, do you know?
Party Rock's playing in the background.
Yep, that's happening now. It is Party Rock. It's just constant. It's on loop. It is such wonderful music. I could dance forever. Meanwhile, Eao, you are talking to the owlbear, who grabs you, throws you up in the air, catches you, and goes, "Great night. Great night."
That was not a ton of fun.
Good guess, yes. It was indeed Tom Blackhaven. Granted, you are simultaneously dancing with the newt, and the newt, in this case, sort of bends you backwards like it's like the tango, and goes and has terrible breath, and says, so dancing, it is so perfect here, as you were dancing with Gaspar Frong. It's terrible breath. It smells of alchemist's fire.
Spicy breath you got there.
Tell
me, do you know where the way out of here?
Why would you want to know a way out of here? It is perfect. He spins around.
Do you know
again.
anything about one Eao Dunwich?
Who?
I don't think Eao has ever interacted like with a conscious Gaspard Frong.
No.
The really concerning thing is that Gaspard Frong has apparently been dancing so long that he is sober enough to have an accent.
Yeah, he's never had an accent before, but finally. All right, Eao, I assume you're going to the bottom left.
No, I think I'll go back up. I think
you're going to
Jacques
go
has
back
more
up
to
to
say.
Jacques? Yeah. Okay, can the person with the dog mask please identify themselves to Eao?
Oh, of course you're here. I should have known. You were one behind all this.
I see. You not only haunt me in my life, but in my nightmares as well.
Oh, don't you play that card with me. You're the one haunting this night.
God, and Potts' journalist senses are tingling.
Yeah, this is scoop.
Come now, Dupree. Haven't you already withdrawn? Like, it's clear that you've lost.
What time is this for Dupree?
It is eternal. There's no day or night right now. Because
No, I mean,
there's
like,
the artificial.
I think the question is, like, when in Dupree's life is this?
Oh, this is around about when you went into the null zone.
Now, you see all that blood down there? That means that we must have been dancing here for God does know how long. Do you know how long Karaki's been unprotected because of that?
And then lastly, Belden, you're currently with the King Cobra. Now, obviously, Keith, you're playing the King Cobra. Would you rather swap so that you can reveal to Eao? I think you might. So I'm going to move you two and swap you around. Just because I think this will be funny.
Amos about the potential scoop.
Mr.
Yes.
Dupree, a word.
And then while that's happening, Keith, would you like to describe your character?
So, currently dancing rather slowly because of, you're guessing because of the gigantic snake train that's making up their outfit, is a face you're pretty sure is a small-sized creature, and leans in close and goes, "Darling, your outfit is so gauche."
Oh, no.
No.
Yes!
Of course.
Oh,
Really?
phenomenal.
Really? Fur with scales, darling. So last year.
I mean, first of all, it's just my man. Second of all, that's what these dragons look like. What are you
I
even
am
doing
very
here?
still, darling. I am committing to the bit here so that I can stand amongst you tall folk, and I have no idea why I'm here, darling.
It's here to piss Pixel off. That's a primary reason.
Eao is contemplating kicking out one of the cells. Only contemplating.
Pixel's
You can try.
contemplating kicking out Ragnar.
Now, I hope you have some way getting us out of here.
I'll be honest, I was under the impression one of you had a way out. It seems all the people who hate me most have gathered in one place.
Oh, I should add, Iris, by the way, I gave them free reign to choose what characters they wanted. It was anyone from
Any
Eao's
character
past.
from your history.
It's just amazing they've all chosen antagonists, okay? Like, I didn't specify that they had to be.
As soon as Nick announced this, I zeroed straight into Reinhard Bogcleave and went, I'm playing Reinhard Bogcleave. And there was just a capital yes in response.
Excuse me, but I am a professional journalist. I am above antagonism. I report the news as I get it, and I do not antagonize.
Yeah, the only way it could have been worse
question.
is if Bree played Silverstride.
I just can't bring that tall mom energy.
While you're closer to the stage, you can see that there are 2 additional figures, and they are wearing masks as well. One is wearing the mask of a winter wolf, and that is the one on the left here. The other one is wearing the mask of a hawk, and they are standing and watching proceedings and muttering. You can't actually see what's on the stage further, because it's about 10 feet up, so it's actually above you, but you can see them. They're standing on the edge and watching.
I suppose the only way I can think of out of here is, at least the only people I could think of who know a way out of here are those 2.
Well, perhaps you should invite them in for a dance. Maybe one of us can take a break, stand up on the stage for a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is doing a bit of hard work too much for you?
Beneath me. I have people to do that.
Oh, Raynar.
Speaking of, why didn't you volunteer to go up there?
Oh, Raynar. There's no one out there who's beneath you.
Inspiration for all of you, by the way. This has been incredible.
Wondering if I should kick Eao in the shins now.
I don't think you've got that kind of height with the stilts.
You'd be surprised.
No, like it's gonna need to be a knee in the shins.
I would like to get while dancing, I would like to get a better look of this room.
Sure, your best bet might be to get up onto the stage, but if you want to just have a general look around the room, I can give you that without perception. It's a big, expansive room, full of people, but the sides of it are relatively sparse, so you think that you can sort of walk around the edges quite easily, undeterred. Inside here would be difficult terrain if it ever becomes important. This stage back here is 10 foot up. There's 2 staircases that go up to it. You can't see these chairs from here, but they are there. But you can see the 2 people on it. There's 4 doors exiting here as well. They don't look locked or sealed or anything.
Question. Are those particular places difficult terrain because that's where all of the blood is?
It's difficult terrain because there's loads of people there. Just sort of... It's like moving through a crowd. I've put a number of characters down here, but realistically, there's something like 50 to 60 people on this dance floor.
Oh, so moving through the dance floor. I thought you meant like at the sides.
No, just the dance floor. The sides is fine. Sides is normal terrain.
I thought this was some weird blood harvesting organization.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Nothing untoward happening here at all.
Yep. Can I approach Eao and Bogcleave and say, Bogcleave, was it? Are you acquainted with Miss Dunwich?
Am I acquainted with Miss Dunwich? You know she's tried to kill me at least twice.
Do go on.
Amos also is dancing over. Is like, yes, do go on.
Well,
yes.
She responds, excuse me,
yes.
The nice journalist asked me a question, dear. Why don't you go make yourself useful and get some drinks?
I kick out one of the stilts. I'm sorry, it had to be done.
I am going to roll for the reaction of your host, who has been watching all this all the time. Considers it good sport.
The universe knows.
Watch your footing, Raynar. Dancing is a bit hard.
Well, your host is one of the 2 people up on the stage, to be fair. Like, it's got a pretty good view of you lot right now. Shit, I gave away the
byline.
3 times now. At least 3 times now she's tried to kill me.
That's assault. That is assault.
Someone's saying assault.
May I quote you in the byline, Mr. Dupree?
Oh, of course. I'm always happy to correspond with the press.
Anything to say for yourself, Miss Dunwich? Anything at all?
I think I need to meet with our hosts.
And floats down towards you. Good evening, guests. Is there a problem?
Nothing at all. Press.
No, not at all.
Are you sure?
I do have to say this is a lovely party you have going on here.
Oh yes, I hope it lasts forever.
May I ask what this party's for? Who it's dedicated to?
Well, it's dedicated to all of us. It's a celebration of life. But really,
it's Life Day.
We have 2 very special guests here tonight.
Oh, and who would be the guests of honor?
Perhaps you'd like to come meet them.
I think I would.
By all means, come with me. And he takes you to the side and up the stairs. And over to the chairs. Eao, if you saw something truly shocking, would you want to try and hide it? Because if so, give me deception.
Hide the facial expression, I presume.
Yeah.
I think if it was something that was truly shocking, Eao wouldn't be thinking of hiding it. Her mind would be preoccupied.
Okay. Because in these chairs, bound to the chairs, gagged as well, but you can see their eyes are rimmed with tears. They are terrified. Are your parents, Lavina Blackforge and Torian Marcellus Monvale?
Brought me over to these chairs, and they were in these chairs. Got it.
Yeah, I have another token exactly where you're standing now as well. It's not important though. You can stand there. There's no problem. It's a reference token for me. It's not.
Big.
Well, why don't you say hello? Have you ever met?
I don't believe we have. Greetings. I'm Eao Dunwich, and I take a bow. While I'm here, I do also want to get a better look at the other host up here.
Well, you get a really good look because she's going to remove her mask. Now, we all know you're not Eao Dunwich Salius, and reveals that it is Eleanor Silverstride. Now, she looks a little different. It seems power and anger have changed her a little. You are now looking at a winter Eladrin instead of a spring one. She is dressed in a light blue and silver dress. Her hair is now black where it previously was golden, and she is looking at you with so much anger on her face. Salius.
I assume this party is your doing then.
Oh yeah, mine and the host's.
Which reminds me, I don't think I've gotten your name. I turn to the host.
The host
If
bows.
we're all doing introductions up here anyway.
The host bows, removes his mask, says, "Oh, we're all friends here. I'm the Isle of Midnight. Welcome to my keep. Do you like the sun? I built it myself."
I'm guessing this is somebody I don't recognize.
No, you don't recognize this person. You know immediately they are, while they're not Fey, they are Fey-touched.
I do say it is fairly radiant.
Thank you. It's a delayed blast fireball.
Of course it is.
Been keeping it for some time. This is a very special trick to keep it going like this. I think this one I've had for 100 years or so. It makes for a great ultimatum, you know, if diplomacy and the like. If someone wants to attack you, well, mutually assured destruction.
So I assume there's a point to all this.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry, I'll let Eleanor speak. It's not my thing, really. I'm just a mediator, you understand? Just providing a lovely evening for everyone. And Eleanor says, "Why don't you take a seat?" Goes and sits in one of the chairs.
Eao takes a seat.
Do you have an inkling as to what I want? What you took
Well,
from
to
me?
say I took only that which wished to leave.
I don't care if they wish to leave. They're mine.
You can't have a person.
I have two right now. It's a very simple trade. I don't mean your parents any harm. We were great friends once. You give me back my dragons, and you don't become an orphan.
As much as I hate to really give you any information, I think it'd be prevalent for you to know that they are far beyond even my reach right now.
Well, that's going to be a problem, isn't it?
It's only a problem if you make it one.
We shall see what happens as the night continues. Better get back to the dance floor. I'm sure your partners are waiting.
Eleanor,
Yes, Salius?
the fact that I ever considered you family, the fact that any of us had ever considered you family, is probably the greatest mistake any of us have ever made.
All you had to do was not steal from me.
I didn't steal from you. I freed those who deserved it. And Eos walks off the stage.
Two people who can't refute, who can't stand letting the other have the last word.
Yeah. That's the fate touched in general.
It will
isn't
go
Like-
on. It
Yeah.
will go on if one of us does not leave.
And you return to
freed-
free people who
Oh, yeah.
you can't accept having the last not having the last word.
I freed what deserved to be freed, and then one of them ate somebody.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Mr. Dunwich?
Yes. Everybody in this room is in grave danger.
And it would seem that the origin of this danger stems from the people you know. Why am I not surprised?
Mr. Dunwich, are you acquainted with the host of this gathering?
The host, not at all. I've never heard of this Arl of Midnight. But the other one, Eleanor Silverstride, she is a fae of some repute.
And the individuals on the stage with them?
Eao doesn't answer.
Oh,
I
don't
believe
get
I've heard
it.
her call you Salius. Is this an alias? A pseudonym?
As much as I hate to say this, Amos probably has heard the name Salius before.
Probably, yeah.
Amos would actually know this. Salius is the name of a fairly long time wanted criminal. A criminal who's been wanted in the city as almost as long as the city has been around.
A whole 10 years. Amazing.
Oh, of course. To top it all off, turns out Eao Dunwich was the perfidious Salius the whole time.
This is a scoop. I mean, a matter of great national importance.
As much as I'm sure you enjoy having this big scoop, I do wish to remind you that everyone here is in danger.
Eleanor was at Cantlaw, wasn't she, Nick?
Yes, Silverstride was the transmutex with the crystal.
Which
dragon.
means that Baynard's going to at least know her, at least by reputation.
Oh, absolutely.
And so realised how fucked we all are at this juncture.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What did you do to transmutation school, aside from blow it up? You must have done something before blowing it up. What did you do to the transmutation school before you blew it up?
Oh, it's not what I did to the school. It's what I did to...
Less dancing around the issue. We have done plenty of that today, thank you.
Remember those dragons I had smuggled through your shop?
Oh, they were hers, or she thought they were hers.
Oh, yeah. It's more the second one than anything.
Dragons, you say? Chromatic or metallic?
It's complicated.
Fabulous.
It
I
is
love this so
complicated.
I'm having such a good time right now.
So we have a potentially very angry transmutatrix and a exceptionally powerful Fae King and two completely innocent bystanders, I assume. They have nothing to do with this at all up there on stage.
Eao takes a look at the Arl. Not Fae. Not quite.
And now, excuse me, but there are more than two innocent bystanders here. I have never met any of these people in my life, and yet I find myself standing here today in the clutches of danger because of Eao Dunwich, or, if I'm to use their true name, Salius Monvale.
Who knows? Perhaps you're here because they see you as a person of reputation.
Person of reputation to you, meaning that you are the cause of the problem. Now, what are you gonna do to fix it?
That is the question. Eao looks up. I feel like if we make too much of a ruckus, that up there likely will go off.
This thing is huge, by the way. Like, you've seen delayed blast fireballs before, Eao. You've seen them in Cantlaw. The beads of these fireballs are about probably an inch in diameter. That one up there it's a guess because you're not 100% sure how far away it is, but it's easily 100 feet, 200 feet in diameter.
Amos,
Yes.
I need a favor from you.
Oh, I think we are far beyond favors.
You want to get out of here alive, don't you?
No, now listen here. You owe me getting out of here alive.
Fine, but if you want to, then you'll have to follow my lead.
I want it on the record. Miss Potts, that if I am forced to do anything against Karakian law in this situation here today, it is because of the actions and prior actions of Miss Salius Monvale, known to Karaki far and wide as Low Marshal Eao Dunwich. And also would like it to be mentioned that Karaki had a separate option for Low Marshal not too long ago.
Do you have anything to say to this, Miss Dunwich? Or Miss, sorry, what was the,
Dunwich is fine.
Oh, very well. We were, I of course respect all naming, the preferred names of all interviewees.
All I need, Amos, is for you to do your thing. Be the politician you are. Go up there, greet our host, build connections. Keep their eyes off of me.
Is there anything I could do to assist in this? I always did fancy a bit of gonzo journalism.
In this case, Raynar, Miss Potts, we need to get a better lay of our land.
In this case, Gonzo is in the Muppet, I assume.
Yes, and my colleagues are indeed Muppets.
Yes.
For you, Miss Potts, I'm certainly going to need some investigative journalism. Get a better look at the area around us, perhaps what's through some of these doors.
Oh,
That's my plan as well. I need a full lay of this land.
I will do my best to provide distraction from you, but if you have wanted posters anywhere near the amount that you had in Karaki under your other name, quite frankly, I don't think I'll be able to arrest their attention for too long.
Oh, please. The last of those posters was made when I was 14. No one's going to recognize me.
If anyone would require the means to remain hidden, I can arrange that.
Hey,
I'm listening.
roll me a history check, please.
I feel like I'm going to regret this. I
Said
never
Iris
even...
when she started the session today.
Give me a moment so I can actually open my character sheet, which I have not. History. I'm actually fairly decent at history. 14.
You remember that ever since you received the blessings of the Emerald Forest, that Fae always know your name.
I mean, it's not just that. It's that they are compelled to use only my real name.
Yep. That's why Silverstride has been calling you Salius all the way through.
Just keep them distracted, Amos.
Oh, I didn't describe the Isle of Midnight. That might give you some slight more information, actually. Eao, you've probably only ever met one or two of these before, so it would have been striking to you. The Isle of Midnight is a Shadar Kai.
Oh.
That's curious.
Sorry, yeah, you totally would have clocked that when he removed his mask.
It's very odd for a Shadar Kai to want to be someone who lives in the Feywild, considering they're from the opposite place.
Indeed.
Mr. Bogcleave, was it?
Yes, darling. Anything for the member of the press. Not too much.
Wow. I consider myself a good analyst of character. Would you say you're versed in the subtle arts of subtlety and stealth?
When she says subtlety, Eao gives herself like a small inner laugh.
We do know him had a short fuse.
Nothing I know, nothing about me is subtle, darling. However, I can make myself unseen if needs be.
Oh, no, I will not need to assist you in that manner.
I'm going to check my spell. Let's just double check that, though. Great.
Just so that the players can have an understanding of what each other's powers are, shall we reveal what classes and subclasses we're all playing? That might make it easier too if you're playing exactly the same class and subclass, which is incredible.
Oh, excellent.
Shall we start with Gargo? Not Gargo. Shall we start with Amos Davis Dupree?
Amos Davis Dupree is a College of Eloquence bard.
And can we have Raynar, who is doing exactly the same? And lastly, Belden Potts.
Belden Potts is, of course, a true journalist. As such, she is bound. She is a completely forgotten the word now.
Genie
she is a
packed
warlock. Yeah,
There we go.
Genie Pack Warlock. She's attuned to the forces of chaos and serves only the truth and drama.
We almost had a free bard party there.
Could have been. It could have been.
The false rogues and the real rogue.
Good news is for you that you've got 3 full casters at your disposal for this setting.
The bad news is that Amos Davis'
cast
3
the warlock.
spells were chose methodly.
Oh, same.
And as far as I'm
Yeah.
aware, the Fae have a hard time being charmed. So.
That is true.
Well, Amos, I leave it to you.
Oh, boy. So into Amos is going to try to. I don't think for Amos you can use any other word than sidle on up to the stage.
Question, can I activate my I forget what the class feature is called, but I've basically got infinite detect magic.
Yeah, you can have that up. You are now blind. It's like turning on a particularly powerful UV light in a hotel bedroom. There's magic everywhere, and especially the sun directly above you. That's all magic. It's extremely powerful, and you're like, oh, ah.
So what you're
It's
saying
like,
is
it's like that time I was in an art gallery full of apes.
Oh no, God.
So what you're saying is it's less like a UV light that you'd see like at nightclubs and more like a sterilization lamp coming from everywhere.
Yeah, every person here is enchanted with a very powerful enchantment. The sun above you is entirely magical. You get the feeling that the building is also magical, like there's magic embedded in it. You are also in the Feywild, which is in itself naturally quite magical. So it's you're getting snow blindness right now from it. I mean, it's not going to impact you mechanically, but you are like, whoa, okay. It's like when you open a door, and you've not seen the sun in a little bit, and you're like, whew, there it is. Like, it's the first time opening the curtains in the morning. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm looking straight into the sun.
Oh yeah. I'd also like to use the Trickster's Escape invocation to immediately cast freedom of movement on myself for free.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so this area, this dance is not going to be difficult terrain for you, and you get all the other benefits as well.
Rest cannot be held back.
Meanwhile, Amos, you're up here with Eleanor Silverstride.
Well, hello, my dear. How are you doing this fabulous night?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, well, I'm used to people knowing who I am, though I suppose in such a unique location, it's to be expected some people don't know the name Amos Davis Dupree.
Right. That hasn't really helped at all. What do you do?
Oh, that
Hey is
sounds-
going to try to go through this door.
Okay, roll me a d4, please.
You can continue while I'm rolling this. I'm just letting the DM know my direction.
Yep, that makes sense.
Oh, well, I'm a politician in the fair city of Karaki.
Right, that rat heap. Well, I'm sorry, I'm meant to be polite, but I'm sort of doing a thing right now.
Well, now, hang on just a second. I want
That's
to
a
know
2.
that-
It's a 2. Okay, you're off to the kitchen. That's good fun. I'll reveal that in a second.
I want to know that my policy concerning rats very specifically is strict.
Okay, great. Sorry, I don't think you understand. I'm really busy right now.
Yes, and I am busy as well. I'm trying to socialize and widen my net.
Right,
as it
only
were.
Can you roll me performance, please, for this distraction? It's fantastic. Have advantage, because I think you've played it particularly well.
Oh god, which one's the character page? I am not good at performance.
She's
Okay,
not got any spells that
that's
particularly
initially a
work
12.
against.
Yeah, so I went with persuasion and deception. Okay, that's better. That second one is a 24.
24. Okay, you're going to have her distracted for, I think, about 10 minutes. So that gives the rest of the group time to move somewhere. I think even Amos, you can slip away at some point once they've moved. You can slip away while Eleanor's busy now looking for Eao. So
now, many people don't know this, but everybody that you meet is a prospective voter.
I'm assuming I've seen where Eao has snuck off to.
Yep, you can follow. Please roll me a d4.
A D4, you say?
Yes, welcome to the Feywild.
I don't like the idea of having to roll dice in this role-playing game. What is this? That's a 4.
Okay, you're off to the dining room. Belden, are you anywhere?
Yep. Before I do anything else, I'd like to look at everyone on stage, and I've actually got the observant feat, so I can read lips.
Okay, Eao, you come through there. Rayna, you come through there. I will just move the camera so that everyone can see, and I will describe, first of all, the kitchen. So, Eao, what you see as you bustle into the kitchen are they're living objects. They are enchanted, animated objects, the ovens, and they are cooking things. They're chopping vegetables, they're preparing food for a nice dinner. It's very bustly, but otherwise there's no one in here. It's just the ovens.
Have the ovens paid any mind towards me?
Nope, they're just busy working. They've noticed you, but they just consider you a guest who'll probably wander off somewhere.
Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to give this place a somewhat more thorough look.
Okay, roll me perception.
You know, weirdly enough, for a rogue, perception is actually one of my worst stats. That's an 11.
An 11. An 11 is enough to find that there are some like kitchen knives left out that you could maybe use as weapons. There is one pouch that is labeled rat poison. And there is also in oven D what appears to be a human baby roasting. Anyway, over to the dining room where Hannah's just walked on in.
Who's Hannah?
Not Hannah. Goddamn, it's Rayna Bogcleave has wandered into the dining room.
Currently dragging this mostly gigantic tail of a snake that forms my fantastic ball gown.
So this room is very opulent. There's rich red carpet. There's these statues that are about the size of you, a bit bigger actually than you, Rayna. And there are these
quite big, yes.
These marble statues of elves. They're completely naked, holding carafes of red wine, going between the placements and the place settings and pouring wine into each glass, getting ready for a dinner. And you can see that the food is getting laid out now and everyone's getting prepared for food. They look at you and go, may I offer the guests some wine? And they approach you with a glass and a carafe of red wine.
Absolutely famished. Like, parched for thirst. I was trying to follow a nefarious Eao. Have you seen them? Have you seen her anywhere?
I'm afraid I don't know that name, sir. Can I interest you in some wine?
Okay, question for Nick from Rayna's perspective. Rayna knows enough about the criminal underworld in both Cantlaw and Karaki to probably.
You'd have heard the name as well, actually. That's a very good point. You're a smuggler. Yeah, you got contacts.
Yeah, and was trying to make contact with Eao, both for low martial sneakery and possibly because knows exactly who she is. Me as a player, I don't know that name because this was after I joined the play. So I need a reminder.
Yeah, but yeah, you absolutely would know. Salus Monvet.
You as a player would know that name. You got introduced to that name same time everyone else did.
Yeah.
I'd been keeping it under wraps for years.
Yep. Hidden until you first met Eleanor Silverstride.
I'm not sure how many questions Gargoyle went before his name was revealed.
Miss Monvain, then. Have you seen
Monvale.
her anywhere around? Monvale.
Oh, Monvale. She is currently in the kitchen.
Excellent.
Would you like me to walk you there?
That would be fantastic. And do fill up this goblet for me while you do so.
Okay. Pours you a goblet of blood red wine.
Yes, this looks absolutely appetizing, and I hope I can distract them to tell me more about the wine as we escort them, and I can watch where their hands are going at all times.
Yep. They as they're escorting you through hallways, randomly twisting and turning, they talk about the wine. They talk about that it is from a vineyard far to the south of here. It has been suffused with nutmeg and rose petal to give it a delicate flavor, to raise a little the usually earthy tones of red wine, and then they bring you out to here, into the kitchen.
It is extraordinarily bad for us that all Silverstride needs to do is ask the closest member of staff, and they'll know exactly where Eao is.
It is, isn't it? Is anyone else going through a door?
Nope, I'm still going for the lip reading.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll I presume I've distracted Silverstride for a tiny bit, which is like,
yeah.
And that's why I said that I would, if my policy were to go through, make sure that every house, had access to an exterminator. Excuse me, it's rather sudden, but I very quickly have to go see a man about a dog, if you get what I mean.
Yes, sure, fine. I really don't care.
Are you sure you don't want me to roll a deception check on
She's
it? Or are you that
immediately
happy for me
turning
to...
away and walking away. She goes to talk to the Isle of Midnight. Belden, can I get a perception check, please? Amos, you're free to go.
Okay, go through this door, because they have to connect at some point, right? That's 4.
4. You end up in the dining room. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm okay at these.
A statue comes over to you and offers you wine.
Can I inspect the wine?
Okay, inspiration burnt.
Sure. Make a perception check, please. Using smell.
I will make a perception check using smell. I'm not sure if I have any bonuses regarding smell. Nope. That's a 15.
Okay. Smells wonderful. There are hints of nutmeg and rose petal to it. Smells like a very fine wine. What was your score, Belden?
I rolled a 19.
A 19. So you're now able to catch the conversation happening between Eleanor Silverstride and the Isle of Midnight. The Isle looks a little fidgety, and he demands of Eleanor, "Where are my dragons? You promised me dragons if I set this up. I want dragons." And Eleanor's like, "Just take time. It'll just take time. We'll have the information out of Monvale in a moment. Then we'll get the dragons. You get half, I get half, as we've discussed. What do you plan to do with them, anyway? What does anyone do with dragons?" The Isle responds, "I'm going to take over this whole place."
Slavery and militarism.
The delayed fireball really seems like he's got this place taken over rather well already.
Not this keep, the surrounding forest.
Oh, by the way, if it comes up, I do have a past perception of 21.
Okay. And he says, "I'm going to find the queen of this goddamn Emerald Forest, and I'm going to make her pay for what she did to me."
Intrigue.
It's a free action to mutter under your breath, "Juicy."
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, I assume.
Yes, meanwhile,
Juicy.
in the kitchen, we have...
Darling, there you are. There you are, darling. This wonderful sommelier knows exactly where you are and brought me to you.
No, shut up. Eao runs to the oven and goes to pull out what looks like the baby.
Okay. Give me Give me a raw dexterity check to pull it out faster than getting burnt.
And keep in mind that if you do pull it out right now, it is going to be terribly raw.
I think that's what I'm going for here.
Would you like a bardic inspiration?
No. That is a 19.
19. Okay, that's fast enough. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You bring out this pan, and you know you're a tiefling, so it's not too bad when you pick up hot things. You can pick up something straight out of the oven. It's fine, right? And when you pull it out, you realize actually it's flowers. It's all flowers. You know, like those videos where people have made everything out of cake? In this case, it's like that, but it's all flowers. Strangely, it does look, just from the right angle, like a baby that's roasting, but when you get closer or you turn it slightly, it's flowers.
I touch the flowers. Do I feel anything from them?
Heat, for sure. But they give way just like you're putting your hand in a group of flowers, like touching grass. Congratulations, Salius, you finally did it.
Guess the baby's not the only thing getting roasted here.
but in this case, what I'm trying to find out, these are not fey creatures at all.
These are not fey creatures, no. These are just grass.
Flowers.
And flowers, yeah.
Delicious fey wild wheat.
Eao throws the hot pan to the side. What do you want, Barcleve?
I wanted to find where you were, darling. I care very much about your well-being.
Eao looks at Barcleve. Why must you lie to me in this house of dance?
Don't lie to you, darling. After all, your continued presence in this place is all that's keeping me from being enslaved in a frightful dance for all eternity. I must stick close to you, otherwise that presence can engulf my very being, and I can't have that. I'm a very busy goblin.
Think of all the fashion the world will miss out on.
Exactly, voice over somewhere else in this disconnected mansion.
As Barclave's going off on this, Eao's grabbing a few knives and grabbing the rat poison.
That's fine, yep. You now have emetic rat poison and some kitchen knives.
I'm also quite aware that
That's a hitman level.
I'm also quite aware that's what Eao's doing, and I'm making sure I'm speaking even louder to act for cover for it.
That makes sense. Give me perception. And meanwhile, Eao, you can give me deception. Not perception. Sorry, performance is what I want. Performance.
That's better. The other P skill.
And deception. And hopefully we'll get 2 successes and you'll be great.
That will be a 26.
Oh, yeah.
Performance, you said?
Deception from Eao, performance from Reynard.
Oh,
would you like bardic inspiration while I'm doing this?
No.
Can do that.
That is a 25.
25. That's 2 great successes. So flawless distraction from Reynard Bogcleave. The sommelier is looking directly at Reynard. The oven's also looking. Eao, you're able to grab a couple of knives. You get like a cleaver and you get some sort of small stabby paring knives. And yeah, you get the pouch of rat poison.
Is there a plate of hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, there's a plate of hors d'oeuvres in there.
I want to poison the plate of hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
With the rat poison.
Okay, yep. You poison the hors d'oeuvres. Absolutely.
I'm going to take the tray over to the sommelier.
Yep. How can I
and
help?
say, yes, good while you're here. Can you make sure Miss Silverstride get some of this food? Hosting a party like this is extremely busy.
Of course. Just to check, is there any cheese on the plate? Only I have in my records that Silverstride is lactose intolerant.
Is there any cheese?
No, but you can add some if you would like secretly with that check.
Can't believe she doesn't want cheese to get married.
No, there's no cheese, Eao says, look it directly in the eye as Eao sprinkles some Some very crumbly cheese on the top.
Pocket cheese.
Just sitting there with a grate and some Parmesan going, there is no cheese on this at all.
No, I was thinking something like crumbly, like blue cheese.
Very good. I'll bring that.
She break up in her hand.
I'll bring that to her immediately.
Eao always keeps an emergency pinch of Parmesan in her hand.
Hey, I grew up in Karaki. What Karakian does not keep at least half a wheel of cheese on them at all times?
The only Karakian that I know
If you
is
find the wedge, you can make a fire resistance potion.
I shall bring that right to her as soon as I'm done feeding the dragons. And the sommelier disappears.
No. I follow.
Okay, you follow the sommelier. You end up in the garden, the last room of the house, which is why it's a D4. Raynar, are you following as well?
I presume I should, since splitting the party was like a bad idea when it's randomly determined what rooms we end up going into.
It is!
So I'm just holding on as I yank back forwards.
I've borrowed Iris's specific rules for the Emerald Forest and applied it to a house instead, just to mess with her.
Yeah.
Hero quest dungeon like this and ends with fool's gold at the end.
Okay, but that's got to be really shit if you're trying to find the bathroom in your own house.
It'd be really bad if Silverstride has the emetic food. I'll just say that. You'll arrive in the garden. I'm going to go over to Amos, who is in the dining room, and then we're going to go over to Belden on the dance floor. Amos, what are you doing? Are you drinking it?
Oh, well, that does smell like a lovely vintage. Although, to be honest, I'm trying to de-immerse myself or unimmerse myself from the party atmosphere for just a short moment. Is there any place that I could go that's low on people or living things of any sort?
Well, there's the kitchen, I suppose, or the garden.
Oh, well, garden. Now that sounds like a place with probably lovely flowers that might be alive. So I suppose the best place to go would be the kitchen.
Okay, we'll take you to the kitchen. Absolutely. Please follow me. And takes you over to the kitchen. Here's the kitchen. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, no, that is enough. Good job, though. Here, and he's gonna take out a gold piece and tip the statue.
Okay, we go back to Belden Potts.
Remember to vote Dupree.
Okay, presumably I've gleaned all I can by watching our esteemed hosts.
Yep.
Yep, in that case, I'm just going to walk through the nearest door because I have some questions about Miss Dunwich regarding some dragons.
Okay, and to save time, I'm going to roll a d4 for you.
Thank you.
So you go through this door to the left, and you come out in this door to the right. How strange.
Okay, I'm going to turn around and walk back through the door to see what happens.
Now, if you were grounded, the ghosts that are chasing you would have had a harder time getting to you with that swell.
This time, you end up in the garden. You bumped into quite a traffic jam happening at the entrance. Let me move the map over so everyone can see the garden.
Now,
Miss Dunwich, I have some questions.
Yeah, this place is...
Our esteemed hosts are after some dragons. Do you have any comments on this?
I mean, apparently...
Are you complicit in the trafficking of young dragons?
Well, I mean, apparently we're in the dragon room right now. Isn't that right, Mr. Statue?
My name is Sommelier. And the sommelier goes over to one of these bushes and says, do be careful with the bushes. They are a little soporific at the moment. And you can see these huge barbs and spindles on the bushes, and they are dripping in what is very clearly poison. Sommelier reaches in and goes, look here, and brings out this tiny little teacup-sized dragon. Fits in his hand. Looks a bit like a fruit. This one like an orange. How about this? This one we named Naranya.
Eao, at this point, because Eao would recognize this dragon.
Yes, you would.
Makes a realization.
Yes, Eao, you would recognize this dragon.
Oh,
and
no.
Feeds the dragon with some seeds. Goes, there we go. We'll have some meat for you later, perhaps. And the dragon goes, oh. Sorry, it is coded in that I must offer meat to every guest. Puts the dragon back.
Eao reaches her hand into one of the bushes to see if there's a dragon in there.
There is. I will need a sleight of hand check, because these bushes are heavily poisonous.
Yeah, of course. Oh no, I'm a rogue. I have to roll sleight of hand.
Heaven forfend.
What will I ever 27 do?
Yeah, you're fine. You reach in and you pull out one that looks a little... It's got the scales. It's green and red in patches all over. Looks a little bit like a mango.
Hello there, little guy. What are you doing?
Sticks its tongue out at you in the same way like lizards sometimes do. Oh no. And flaps its wings a little, but doesn't like take off or anything, just settles into your hands. Would you like some seeds to feed the dragon? It is quite harmless.
I have a question, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Can my beast speech invocation allow me to speak to these dragons? It lets me cast speak with animals at will.
Strictly speaking, no. Because these are, while they're also not dragons, sort of, they're, well, they are, but if they had keywords, it would be dragon fae, right? It wouldn't be, wouldn't be beast. But I'm kind of inclined to let you. Anyway. Yeah, go on. Why not?
Interviewing the dragons.
Yeah.
Greetings, little fellow. Do you have any thoughts on the current situation? Are you acquainted with Miss Dunwich here?
Who? Do you mean Salius Monvale?
Oh yes, I'm told that is her. Is it a true name or an alias?
What's the difference?
Good question. Perhaps what she prefers to call herself.
Good question.
It is my job to ask the good questions, and I would like answers to them.
I like seeds.
Are you dodging them? You like seeds? Are you open to bribery via seed?
Yes.
Okay, she reaches out her hands to the sommelier to take some seeds to give to the dragon.
Yeah, the sommelier gives you some seeds. And if you just hand them out, like hold them out on your palm, it'll edge forward.
Oh yeah.
That.
She uses summons a green mage hand, which carries the seeds. The dragon while she holds it in her palm.
And yeah, it eats them quite daintily, quite carefully.
What kind of dragon is she interviewing?
So I'm assuming this one is the one you've retrieved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the mango dragon.
The mango dragon.
You know, if it's rude to interview about me when I'm right here, you know.
You can intercede in the conversation at any time. Just, of course, listen to our friend here, and you may elaborate.
I like
she says,
seeds.
fully knowing that she's speaking using speak with animals. Don't we all?
It's sort of... Have you seen birds like shake themselves a little bit to like unruffle their feathers? It sort of does that, but it's not got feathers, it's got scales, and those ripple a little bit and they shine a little in the light.
Fascinating. Can you tell me anything about our current situation? Way out of here, perhaps?
There's a door there, there's a door there, there's a door there, and there's a door there. And points to the doors.
And of our broader location, perhaps?
Could try up.
Do you know a way out? Up, you say? Interesting.
And you look up and there's again no ceiling. There's not been a ceiling in any of these rooms. Just that big artificial sunlight.
Not even in the kitchen and
Not in
dining
the
rooms.
kitchen, not in the dining
Interesting.
room. There's no ceiling.
Interesting.
I have another idea, something that may work. And Eao lifts up the small mango dragon and looks at it to get its attention. I seek an audience.
But that won't work.
That's
Dunwich, what were your expected results here?
It hasn't worked since the Earl arrived. With such
Who is
powerful hatred.
who is
This
the
other
Arl?
person, he apparently wishes to claim dragons to fight some sort of queen of this land. Anyone
Wow.
you know?
The Earl, it's complicated. Some people find their way here by accident. Eventually, the ones that don't leave grow to like it here. They become quite nice. Take on fey aspects sometimes. The Earl didn't. Grew resentful. Hated this place for what it was. Usually, the forest changes people. The Earl is changing the forest. And points a wing upwards, and you can see, obviously there's the sun, but behind it the brambles overhead. Once upon a time, those were beautiful trees. Now nothing but thorn.
Can I see the normal emerald haze that floats throughout the forest?
Yes, but it is also changed. Here it is not quite so colourful. It is very much like you've taken this beautiful emerald haze that's sort of, in a way, both warming and cooling at the same time, and sucked the life out of it. It's like you've turned down the saturation on it. The master of this house came from the realm of sadness and could not accept the happiness here.
That seems like a skill issue to me.
It does.
Do you know where the Earl comes from?
A place of shadow, of sadness, of despair, of hopelessness. The home of Velena, Queen of Ravens.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, because the Queen of Nordmark is very much at the very least the Queen of Ravens equivalent in Atos.
Yep, same one.
Same one?
Oh yes, same
Okay. I thank you for your help. And Eao lets the dragon back in the tree or in the bush.
one. It nestles back in there. I won't need another sleight of hand check with how well you aced the last one. You're all good. I feel like you've got a much harder session than Grounded did, just purely because the other players are not on your side.
No, that's fine. Because Eao has made a terrible decision. I'm sorry, we're all about to die. Eao walks out.
Okay. And you end up in... Ha! Amazing. So, Eao, you walk out through the south and you enter through the north.
Eao completely unfazed
bravo.
by this. Exit through the east, just completely unfazed.
Okay, this time you do actually end up
West.
in the ballroom.
Could we at least make a token effort to follow her?
Yeah, you can.
Have they lost sight of me?
I'm asking the journalist.
They've lost sight
We
of you
should
now. Yeah.
have.
Yeah, have fun.
So, Mr. Bogcleave, about this murder attempt.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you about the multiple times Eao Dunwich has caused me grave misfortune at sea.
Okay, Eao, you're in the ballroom. What do you want to do?
Eao is making her way to the stage. It seems, my illustrious host, that you have not been entirely honest about today's proceedings.
Honest? Why? Whatever do you mean? And he
About
steps
why
over.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here for a party, are you not? Don't you wish the night would never end?
Yeah. Well, you see, there seems to be a bit of an issue. Perhaps it's something we'll need to discuss over the dinner table, but if you're ready to move this night along.
You want? Very well. And he claps his hands. Time for dinner, I think. And you hear a bell, and a lot of people move into the dinner room, the dining room, and it's up to you whether you follow. But they are going to go in. Eleanor and the Isle of Midnight. Your parents are going to remain. No, actually, they're going to teleport in. They're going to be at a chair each.
I really was kind of hoping they'd still be there long enough for me to free them, but
No, well, they're guests. They must be at the table.
Question: can the dinner bell be heard all around the manor?
Yes.
Amos is going to scurry and try to hide underneath one of the food carts.
Okay. Were you in the kitchen? You were, weren't you? Yeah.
I am. I'm
yeah.
trying to reconvene with at least one other character.
Roll me stealth.
That's not going to be the worst. It's not going to be good. That's 13.
Okay. 13 is probably going to be enough for the sommeliers. Let me just double check. Yeah, 13's enough. Okay, they cart you in along with the food. What's happening in the garden when this chime sounds? And one of the sommeliers goes, "We should return to the dining room, if you don't mind."
And that was the time that she assaulted me, my own place of work, and had her hooligan thug, her sparkles.
Please,
And her hooligan thug.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
One moment.
I'm sorry to interrupt, please. But...
Thing here.
Okay, so yeah, you're sort of confounding the sommelier. That's great. I like that.
That's the thing. Like, I am using this as a moment to try and work out what is going on with the sommeliers. Are they constructs? Are they things that are sworn to service and therefore have some room in their programming? Or have I just broken this thing because it's a automaton that has no, like, I don't know how to handle this, so it has to get caught in a loop?
It definitely seems... Well, to say what, roll me insight. But for free, you'll certainly get that these are constructs. These appear to be like animated armor, essentially. And...
Good.
Yeah, they appear to be running off of just sort of
16.
general set of orders of assist the people, do what they say, that sort of thing.
16.
With an insight, you definitely understand that they are having real trouble dealing with you because they've got nothing. They can't compel you to do anything. So all they can do is keep asking. But if you tell them to stop asking you, they have to do that as well.
Now, I am tired, darling. Why don't you show me the proper place that I can rest in proper contemplation of the trauma you're causing me at this juncture? I'm trying to see if you can take me to a room that's not the dining room, kitchen, or gardens, or ballroom. I want to see if there is something else around that I can confuse the thing into making me like a master bedroom. Presumably I'll sleep somewhere, or a study. That'd be nice.
Very
or
well.
A drawing
Please
room, or a dressing
follow
room.
me. And walks through the door, and you end up in a room that has not existed until now. As far as the DM's concerned, anyway.
If I disappear off the map, that's fine. I don't mind.
Let me draw you a little rectangle.
Oh, I'm making you do work live on stream. I'm sorry, Nick.
Go. I was so tempted to bring you literally to a restroom when you said somewhere to rest, but I felt like the sommelier would actually understand what you're asking. So the sommelier has taken you to the guest bedroom.
On a meta level, Raynar is one of those celebrities that make life a living hell for the people who have to placate them in the hotel.
No, this won't do it at all. You can't put saffron paired with persimmon. Oh, this is offensive to my eyes, dear. I can't look at this anymore. I cannot. Please tell me you have other options available, dear.
Yes, of course. Please follow me, and walks you out and then into another room that looks suspiciously like this one layout-wise, but is in fact the master bedroom.
Yes, much better. You may leave me to reflect, and certainly not to rifle through all the belongings in this room.
Of course, sir and madam.
Rifling prevents.
Would you like me to fetch you any towels or protection?
I'm not into men, thank you.
It's
Terribly sorry, I've made an assumption, but protection of the guests is my primary concern. Goodbye.
no.
He meant.
No, I did mean that, but I will instead offer them once again to the bard on the dance floor.
So is the protection...
The sommeliers have just repeatedly been handing condoms to Dimbles in the vague hope that he finally understands how to use them.
So are they sheepskin, or by dint of this being the Feywild, or are they something much more fucked?
Well, no, they're probably made out of. I'm thinking it's a latex equivalent. Well, it's rubber, isn't it? It's rubber trees. They're literally made of rubber.
Dimbles invents the opposite of fingerless gloves, but they're yes.
Fingerless condoms. No.
No way.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. There's actually evidence of prehistoric, from antiquity condoms that were actually reusable, and they were made from animal gut.
Moving away from this train of thought.
Moving away from this.
I am rifling through. I'm rifling through all the personal possessions of the Isle to try and find some way out of the situation before anyone with some sense cottons on to 2 people missing. Not in any of the rooms.
Can I get some perception from the 2 of you, as I imagine that the journalist is going to also be doing some rifling? It's pretty big journalist behavior, isn't it?
I'm 8.
Okay. I think we've got some correspondence I can delete in the hope they'll send more.
I will, however, be giving you guarding inspiration on this if you wish it.
You also do have inspiration if you want to burn that.
I will burn that for myself, yes. That's a much more respectable 17 from me.
That's good.
With that guarding inspiration.
It's your fault that Dimbles is here. You could have just said that, Dimbles was always too drunk to be charmed.
No, absolutely. I chose Dimbles to be here just so I could make these jokes.
That's a 21.
21. Very good. Okay. So...
Wait, no, that can't be right. No, yeah.
Raynar, your immediate first check place, of course, is the wardrobe. And you find some fantastic clothing. It's almost as good as the sort of thing you've made before, but it's not quite, of course. It's nowhere near as good as a Raynar Bogcleave original. But there's some nice things here. And you get to searching the pockets of these not quite as good as a Raynar Bogcleave original clothes. And inside, you find a couple of scraps of parchment. And they are letters sent by Eleanor Silverstride. And they detail... Well, they add a bit more detail to the conversation that Belden Potts overheard, that, of course, you don't actually know anything or much about, apart from what you overheard in the garden. So you understand that there is a trade here. The Keep at the Edge of Midnight is a place that's recently become known amongst the Fae, particularly the powerful Fae, in the Emerald Forest as a place where you can come to an agreement. It is an area for diplomacy, technically speaking, because of the sun above. that acts almost as a deterrent on anyone attacking someone. Because if something goes wrong in the house, and if anyone attacks the Isle of Midnight, of course, everyone dies. So it's often used for that, but there is an additional enchantment on the place. The Isle has an obsession with emotion. Previously collected emotions for his queen, and now is trying to feel that again. He doesn't feel anything, but is hoping that by getting everyone together and going on these dances that last for sometimes years, he will be able to feel just a fragment of that. Or make the Queen of Ravens notice where he is and rescue him. If he can harvest enough emotion for her.
Interesting.
So he's running his own con at the same time, basically. Just in case the dragon thing doesn't work.
Okay.
Someone wishes to be noticed. Someone wishes to be noticed. I wonder if we can play with this.
And Belden, you find you're searching the drawers, and there's a sort of little office area set up where the Isle of Midnight does most of his writing and reading. You can see here there's a diary, and in it there's just page after page. You don't know how long the Isle of Midnight has been stuck here, but this book is almost full. And the very first page starts sort of mid-thought, so there must be other books as well. And each page is dedicated to a day. There's probably 300 pages here, so at least a year, but then you don't know, it could be even longer. More recently, the Isle has become obsessed with the idea that dragons are the power needed to get out of here. It's partly why he's started encouraging dragons to nest in the garden in the hopes that he can tame them. At the moment, the ones you see in there, they are wild but friendly in the same way all fruit dragons are. But he's hoping that by taming them and getting them on his side, he might use them as weapons. He's obsessed with the idea that dragons can be used as weapons, and that if he can make the Queen of the Emerald Forest kneel to him, she'll finally give him her blessing, and he'll be able to leave.
Mr. Bogcleave.
Yes, dear.
How
Darling.
do you feel about causing copious amounts of drama?
I'm trying to look at my friend, my new friend Tiefling. And go, I believe it's time for us to start doing some tailoring. I have some ideas I wish to run past you. We are going to cut away. Pass me free to do discussions very quickly.
That's absolutely fine. We're going to cut back to the dining room where Amos Davis Dupree, you have snuck in on a food tray. Your stealth wasn't that great though, so the guests have seen you. The sommeliers haven't, they're not particularly observant, but the guests have seen you sort of creep in on a
Do I know
food tray.
that the guests have seen me? Can I infer
They're looking
that?
straight at you. You can
Okay.
definitely infer that. That's
Well, then-
not necessarily a problem though. One of them, in this case, Ton Black Cavern and Gaspar Frong are at this table. They're chuckling to each other. Ao's seen you as well. Ellen and Silverstride and the Isle of Midnight have not. They've got their backs to you.
Eao probably noticed, but Eao has not broken eye contact with Eleanor.
That's fair. You're staring straight at your godmother.
Well, in that case, I am going to gesture to Eao with cover your eyes. And then I'm going to fully roll out of the cart, stand up, and I'm going to get my hands out and just vote Dupree! And I'm going to cast pyrotechnics.
Okay, that's fantastic. You roll out. Give me an acrobatics roll. I want to know how this roll goes. I mean, you're going to succeed to roll, but I want to know how impressive it is for those who can see you.
Probably not going to be terribly impressive. It was -1 on this. Oh, no, but plus because of the thing. That's 12.
12. It's possible. It's all right. It's a bit stiff, but you get out. And then you go, vote to free. And yes, you cast politician magic. And what does it look like? What does it look like?
Well, it's fireworks, essentially. Dazzling and sparkling and swinging through the area and exploding. And I choose an area of non-magical. Okay, first one, fireworks target explodes, a dazzling display covers each for 10 feet. Must make 16 Constitution saving throw, become blinded. Okay.
All right. Let me get up the stats. Okay, con save. Let's start with our Winter Eladrin, Eleanor Silverstride. Ooh, that's poor. That's an 11, which I'm assuming is going to be nowhere near your save DC.
Yeah, no.
As a 10th level bard. And the Shadar Kai has slightly better constitution, actually, but rolled a 2.
Yeah, no.
Both of them have been blinded?
They're both blind.
Cool. Eao is going to take this moment to very quickly lean over and cut the ropes on her that are binding her father.
Okay. You cut the ropes binding her father. Very good.
I cannot reach her mother, though. At least from here.
Amos, you see Eao doing that. Do you want to try and cut the ropes on Mavina?
Yeah, I mean, they are blinded until the end of my next turn, so, do you need a roll for it, or will dagger/claws just do?
We'll go with claws will do. Claws will do. I was about to ask what you would be using because, of course, you know, unless you'd secreted weapons on you, but you are a big cat. You're a big kitty cat, and you do have claws. So yeah, you can just slash at them. And yeah, both Mavina Blackforge and Torian Marcellus Monvale are free, and thank God I've got stat blocks for them.
Hey, you're welcome for that one too.
Thanks, Iris.
Oh, Dunwich is gonna owe me so much.
Eao, acting like nothing happens, turns over to Ton. You're not seriously voting for him, are you?
I mean, Dunwich. We've known each other for a while. You've helped me out. I've helped you out. But he does say some things that are pretty good about the boats.
Really, Tom?
I work down in the docks. I love boats. He's promised to buy me hundreds of them. Not just big boats either, small boats. We'll get loads. It's going to be great. Because you need small ones to push the big ones, you understand? They're called tugs.
We have very narrowly avoided dating this episode horribly.
Did they have
I can't say no to
before we
investment.
had steam engines?
Shut up. I didn't put any thought into it. You better not start.
They had like ponies and stuff to pull boats along, so surely the idea of pulling a boat with another boat must exist.
We are getting off track.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a time limit.
So, Arl, would you like to explain why you've brought us all here tonight?
Why, for dinner, of course.
No.
The lovely dance.
I mean in a more broad sense.
Well, my
Why
dear
the party?
friend Eleanor suggested that we have a shindig. That several of her family members would just love to be here. And I can't say no to Eleanor. We go way back, don't we?
Okay, now this all seems very personal and such, but why am I here?
Well, we had to bring all of Eo's friends. You notice
so
the
you
Jarl is
in-
saying Eo.
So you brought exactly 2 people here who I'd consider a friend.
Well, it's preposterous. Ton looks at you and goes, me, right?
Yes, yes, you.
That
Who's the other
boy
one?
over there with the teddy bear says that you're very close friends.
I'm not going to say names because I don't want to, to claim that I'm picking favorites, but it's somebody on that other table.
It's Jacques, isn't it?
That's what I would say. Busy.
Busy. Jacques is
yeah, so
pecking at the food with his mouth, just like Kenku don't eat like that. Jacques does.
Okay, so
Remember this next election.
so let's cut through the bullshit here. It's about the dragons, ain't it?
Also, I, as the DM, desperately want to know which of the two on the other table is your other friend, because both Dimbles and the Fire Fawn are there, and I feel like one of them's going to be upset no matter what you say.
Okay, so this is completely out of character. Eao considers Dimbles a friend and the Firethorn an apprentice, a co-worker. An apprentice or a co-worker.
That too.
Professional associate.
Yeah. Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, as you were saying.
Let's cut through the bullshit. It's about the dragons.
Oh, you've been to the garden.
Oh yeah. It's very funny when you're in the forest like this and I can't invoke my right to an audience. Very worrying.
I've put a lot of work into making this a safe haven for anyone.
Well then, I'm sorry to have to disappoint you as it is. The dragons as they are, they're out of my reach as well.
Eleanor
I don't know how
looks very angry at that.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Eleanor here has perhaps misled you on her quest of revenge.
This isn't revenge, Sally's. I just want my property back.
And I've told you, they aren't property.
I created them. I'm a pioneer. I created the first ever crystal dragon. I created all of them.
And now they'll live their lives free from your influence, free from mine.
They owe me their
Free to make
existence. I own them. I will get them back. You will tell me.
Eao stands up. They owe you shit.
She takes a knife and holds it at Mavina's neck. Says, you will tell me. Of course, Mavina's got her hands free.
Well, I'm sure you know this, but I'd very much be careful around those horns. They're stronger than most.
I think this is where we
and Eao winks at Mavina.
She's still gagged, but she is just gonna go like that with her head. So Mavina's got these huge horns, like a ram's or very, very, very thick horns, very heavy horns. And yeah, she just kind of goes donk against Eleanor, and I let's just see if it hits. Yeah, absolutely. And Eleanor does make the save though, so isn't stunned. Yeah, like that, exactly. Thank you. But she reels backwards, and Mavina is free. Now, Mavina's not moved her arms at all to do this, so it's currently kept up the disguise of the illusion that she is tied up. What would you like to do? As Silverstrider's like grabbing a napkin and patting her face, there's a little bit of blood from the corner of her mouth. She looks angry.
Yeah, but
for sure, and like she's going to do something rash.
I propose a challenge. If you win, I will personally deliver you the dragons.
And if I lose?
I feel like the price is obvious, Eao says, stabbing a knife into the table.
And what is the challenge?
Very simple. Although attacking a gracious host, the Earl of Midnight here, would be out of the question. Everyone else here, it's free game. No other rules. No rules other than the first of us to fall loses.
You're the Viscount's Battle Royale.
She's going to consider it, and we are going to go over to Raynar Bogcleave and Belden Potts in the master bedroom.
I bring up the no rules very specifically because I have quite a few people here who would be on my side.
We have a scheme.
None of them played by any of the other members of the Guild of Icons, though.
We have a horrible scheme to make the Isle of Midnight vanish for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so I consider myself something of a performer. We know who the Isle of Midnight is looking for. So, if I disguise myself as the Raven Queen, and with a bit of help from the power of journalism, which grants me eldritch powers for some reason, we really should think about that. I'll teleport in and draw his attention.
I've also spent the last minute crafting the most fabulously accurate looking depiction of the Raven Queen out of a ton of the stuff that's in the wardrobe, using the fact that I have the creation spell, fabricate, and a ton of clothing available to do so.
So
And
are you dressing up as
all
the
of
Raven
this.
Queen? I'm so happy. This is the best way this could possibly have gone. I'm so very pleased. Excellent. Yeah, this is fantastic.
And I have the actor feat to help sell this.
You have the actor feat as well. Well, that's even better. Okay, this is perfect. Great. So what I'm gonna need from you is I mean, this is Raynar's. Like, Raynar's got fabricate, Raynar's got creation. This is kind of your expertise. What is your highest skill modifier? Like, what is your best skill?
My best skill, because it's on the wrong sheet, it is a plus 12, and those are on most of my socials.
Most of your socials. Would that? Am I right in assuming deception is one of those?
Yes.
Roll me deception with advantage, please. And this will work out the quality of your work.
Have we had inspiration since this? No. This is actually really pretty bad.
Even with advantage?
I rolled a 2 and a 1, Nick.
2 and a 1. Ooh.
I am burning bardic inspiration on this though as a response, unless we got something else
Hang
that you
on.
can do.
Let me double check. Because I'm a pact of the talisman, so I think I've got something for this.
Only you had a bard with you. Actually, I'm not sure if bardic inspiration stacks.
It doesn't stack. You can self-inspire from a certain level, though. Well, that might be a specific subclass. I can't quite remember.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Universal secrets. Art charm.
Doesn't eloquence have that thing where they can't roll lower than a certain number?
I think so, yeah. I'm not used to playing bards. It's the problem with playing 10th level characters.
When you make a
you're not used to.
perception or deception check, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. That is
treat
your
a D20 roll
third
of 9 as a
level
10.
feature.
Why don't I see that on this sheet for some
It's
reason?
silver tongue.
I don't get that till next level.
Yeah, that is a third level bard
Nice.
feature. It's fantastic.
God,
Okay.
and my persuasion
So-
and deception would be plus 14. That's ridiculous.
So yeah, it's called 22 then.
22, that changes things. Okay. All right. 22 I think is fantastic. I think that's going to work in this scenario just great. And yeah, are you all heading off to the dining room?
Right. Yep. On the way, I'm going to cast. Fast step.
Fast step.
So
Okay.
for the next minute, I can teleport as a bonus action for the next minute.
That's really cool. Okay. Okay, that sounds great. Okay, let's roll and see which room you end up in. No, I'm kidding. You end up in the dining room. I'm assuming you'll just keep popping through rooms until you end up with the one you're at. You've got no
Yeah.
like.
In
specific
theory, we'll end
plan.
up coming from different doors as well, just to make it even better.
Yeah, we're just going to. I think
That will
what we'll
be
do
fun.
is just dramatically push the doors open. Maybe use a bit of prestidigitation and stuff to add some feathers floating in the air.
Yeah, that sounds great. So you arrive at the dining hall just as Eao proposes the battle royale against Eleanor Silverstride. So you just hear the sort of the end details of that, and you get the gist, though. You get the gist of what's going on. Eleanor gives you a steely look, Eao. A steely look. No rules, you say?
No rules.
I accept. And she takes the knife she's holding and she cuts her palm. She says, I assume you've found a knife by now.
Oh, multiple.
She hands out her hand. Well, she's expecting you to cut yours and press the two together.
Oaths, blood, oaths, blood.
Eao does the same.
And it's done.
And as she says that, Eao grips onto her hand and pulls her in for a headbutt.
Roll me initiative because she's planning on doing literally the same thing, and we're going to see who's going to go first.
Do we just clash headbutts?
I'm going to say...
You just accidentally just lock horns together. Like, this is awkward now.
It's not quite, because what she's doing is drawing a longsword.
Oh, okay.
Wow, a rapier. I'm changing what she's got. She's drawing a rapier and going to stab you at the same time, like pull you in towards the blade. So roll initiative, and whoever wins does the attack, basically.
17.
I am afraid she's done a 22 there. I rolled really high on it. I rolled a 19. So she's going to do that attack, and it's not a very high 2 hit, but I have rolled an unnatural 20.
That's going to hit.
Okay, it was one-handed, so you're going to get... Oh, that's a lot of d8s. Yeah, okay. So you take 6 slashing, and...
From a rapier?
Sorry, piercing. 6 piercing, and 15 cold damage.
Ooh, 50 for a total of?
That'd be 21.
Sorry, that is just simple for me.
Yep, that's fair.
Okay, and I guess Eao is going to respond by gift of the gift of the gem dragon.
Yep. Okay. And after this, we will do full initiative. But simultaneously, we will be having Belden Potts and Reynard Bogcleave's con going off at the same time. It's just you're going to be able to act on your turns to try and start conning the Isle of Midnight. Because, as I say, the Isle's got his own con going on, and you do need to diffuse that as well.
Strength saving throw, please.
Strength
DC 15.
Well, I've rolled a 16.
Damn
plus 0.
I'm
rolling great. I don't know what's happening.
In that case, you only sadly take the damage. That is 2d8 force cut in half. So after cutting in half, that's 2 force damage.
2 force damage. Okay.
I used Gift of the Gem Dragon specifically to taunt her, by the way.
So let's add you all properly to the initiative. I'm going to not add everyone at the table, like Tom Blackcavern, Gasper Frong, the Firefawn, Dimbles, Jacques. They're all not taking part because they're still enchanted, right? The Isle of Midnight I am putting onto the initiative, and of course Reynard Bogcleave and Belden Potts will go on as well. Although they're doing a different thing.
It's fine.
And Eao, if you can update your initiative scores in the initiative tracker, I'll put in Silverstride. Eleanor rolled a...
Did you roll 1 pixel?
I rolled a 3.
You should
Oh,
have...
you'd have a deck modifier. Okay, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, that would do that, yeah. And what is the Isle of... not Isle of Midnight, God. No, not much, actually. Just a 14. Right, so we will... From that sort of attack and response, we'll go to the top of the round. Right. Woo, okay. I think it's multi-attack time. Oh, that would be fun. Okay. Yeah, it's 2 stabs with the rapier. Rolled an 18 and a 19. What is happening with my rolls?
Stop
tonight?
rolling good.
Those are natural 18s and 19s as well. So that's going to be 2 hits. Don't forget you have, of course, Uncanny Dodge. The first one is 5 slashing damage plus not much cold, actually. 6 cold, so 11 total.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is 4 slashing, piercing damage. I keep saying slashing, but I mean piercing. And 8 cold, so 12. So 11 and 12. You can half one of them, of course, as a reaction.
Okay.
If you need to.
Oh my god, I've also been forgetting to use Jack of all trades this whole time.
No. Eao will not be having one of them. Eao is going to Dazzler.
We're doing the dazzle. Excellent.
Doing Dazzle. Yeah, so I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. That is 18. I must state, this is not an overpowered stat block. I simply am rolling above a 15 every single time. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because the DC there was 15.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think that may be one of the few times Dazzle's actually failed.
Yeah, Dazzle's been very good. It's no minor hypnosis for sure. Like, it succeeds. It does the job. I mean, no, don't give that one. Actually, give that one a go. You never know. Might work. Anyway, with that, she'll take her bonus action, and she's going to phase step over to here. And that's her turn. Over to Raynar. Raynar, you come in. There's this chaos and confusion. What are you doing? You're not stuck to your movements and actions. You can just sort of generally act around this. It's just when you go.
Yeah. I will do the sensible thing and stay out of everyone's way. As a goblin, I have nimble escape and disengage the bonus action.
Okay.
I'm just going to make sure nothing can attack me as I just sidle around and look at the dramatic scene that's undergoing. There's a fight broken out, and I imagine the Arla's kind of annoyed that a fight has broken out in a place that's meant to have strict neutrality for all peoples involved.
Oh,
but
yes.
I'm also prescient that the doors are just about to open and unveil something dramatic. So I kind of also want to stay out of range of the Isle of Midnight's sight lines because I'm preparing to cast some spells on him.
Okay, that sounds good. In that case, if you're staying out of sight lines, roll me stealth.
If you're going to be casting spells on him, I do wish you to remember the giant fireball that is being held by his concentration.
Concentration might be a problem.
He is concentrating on it.
It is a delayed blast fireball.
We'll see.
Anyway, yeah, stealth. I don't think I've passed with a 12 on anything. But I'm also like sitting here just trying to mind my own business, and if Eao suddenly needs like help, I'm also here. So I'm sitting here generally just hiding at the moment. Or he's trying to. It's kind of hard to when you're like dragging a 8-foot long snake trail. At which point I also reach into it and grab my loot out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
It's a fancy loot. It's a magical loot. It's a very fancy magical loot.
It is a very fancy magical loot.
Oh, sorry, it's not a loot per se, my mistake. It's a Funk Lucan Bandore.
Yeah, that's right. An instrument of the bards, in fact. Okay, we go to Torian Marcellus Monvale, who is now free, is seeing what's going on, and I think is gonna, hop on up. Ooh, yeah. Hop on up, run over here. So this is essentially a rogue of sorts.
A swashbuckler, to be exact.
Yes, a swashbuckler rogue, and is going to make some attacks with the scimitars. Well, only got one scimitar. Only allowed one in. Well, there go. All the bad rolls, apparently. Neither of those are going to hit. Oh, those are better. Those are better. Okay.
To be fair, you did ask Nick to stop rolling well.
Yep.
I meant against me.
2 hits. Oh, good damage, though. Good damage. 30 damage. There we go. To the Eladrin. And then is going to hop away for free and run that way. Okay. Eao, over to you.
Swashbucklers, y'all. Swashbucklers.
Yep.
Okay. Can I say that I have a deck of cards on me?
Did you find one?
No.
I don't think you do.
Drat.
Who knows? You might find
I was
one
hoping. I was hoping I could at least have like mundane, like regular mundane items with me, but
soon. Not in this case, no.
yeah.
I love that feat. Or that feature.
All right, so Eao is going to hop atop the table. 5, 10, 15. Grab any knives that may be on here.
Yep.
20, 25. And I'm going to throw one. I'm assuming he has a dagger.
Yeah, that would be a dagger. Absolutely.
I mean, if you want to improvise weapon, I have proficiency in that. It's not going to make much difference.
Dagger or improvise if you want, but I mean, it seems closest to a dagger to me.
Like I said, it's not going to make any difference to the actual throw itself or the actual attack itself. That is unnatural 20 to hit.
Unnatural 20. That hits, of course. Yeah, roll me damage.
That will be 6 slashing.
6
Yeah, slashing.
Okay, very good. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oof.
As in response to receiving damage from this knife that glances her shoulder, she looks at you and she issues a frigid rebuke.
18.
18. Yep, that passes. Not by much, but it passes. So you avoid what is essentially a cold variant of Hellish Rebuke. Anything else?
I still have my bonus action, yes?
Yep.
Bonus action dodge, that increases my AC?
It gives you... basically, anyone attacking you has disadvantage on the attack. So it's kind of like having 5 extra AC.
Yeah, bonus action dodge.
Okay. Isle of Midnight. Isle of Midnight is looking towards... I'm going to see. Can the Isle of Midnight see? No, the Isle of Midnight cannot see Raynar Bockleve. That's a 2 on the die for perception. And it's just sort of looking around and clapping a little, just going, oh, I love a good duel.
Can I...
Yeah.
Well, I was just... No, that's a bonus action.
Oh, wait, he's blind. How long is he blind for?
He was blind until the end of my next turn, so probably not blind anymore.
Probably instantaneous, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I think the blindness ended after the ropes were cut on Mivina.
that's fine. I just wanted to double check because otherwise that would have given you a few more benefits. But the Isle of Midnight is just chilling, enjoying things. Takes a bite to eat from the tray of food that's been brought in.
Wondering when a good time to break this up would be once the amusement's worn off.
Yeah. Building
I
pots
may have
over to you.
doomed us all.
Okay. So, I'm going to use
Maybe.
I'm going to use precipitation just to create a bit of, smoke, feathers, just, get that right aura of menace.
Nice.
I'm going to just kick the door open and I'm just stand there with my arms folded, look and just stare straight at the Isle of Midnight.
Okay, roll me a performance check with advantage because you have the benefit of this wonderful Raynar Bogcleave original.
Yep. Thinks this Raynar Bogcleave person is pretty cool.
Who doesn't?
Hey,
Right.
and Pixel, just no Pixel.
Pixel specifically.
Pixel and all of Pixel's characters.
I mean, I don't know. Capulet might get along with Raynar.
Hey, that is the dirty 20.
Dirty 20's great. Okay, the Isle cannot insight through there because I just rolled a 1. The next DM rolling is back, baby.
Yeah. And as he's just sort of staring in shock, I'm going to bonus action teleport behind him.
Okay, nothing personnel, kiddo.
Yeah, and just sort of coldly look down at him. Because obviously sitting, so I'll be taller than him either way.
Okay, he's gonna look
Guilt's help.
I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. Milady?
Tips his fedora.
Milady. I didn't expect to. It's so very neutral to see you again. I trust I've been doing your work well.
Maybe.
Have you come to take me from here? Back to the Keep of Sorrows? Back
Maybe.
home?
What is this business of dragons?
I wished to subjugate the Queen here. She has a control over this place. With her blessing, I can leave. She refuses to give it to me, so I will take it.
I see you've tried hard to return home,
Harder than anyone.
but what you have done with these people?
They're dancing. I'm taking their merriment. For you. As you asked me to.
Thanos and Lady Death vibes.
You remember, you asked me 300 years ago.
Ots is an experienced journalist, so she's going to basically try and nod and get him to keep talking.
Okay. He's gonna keep talking, but we're going now to Amos Davis Dupree.
This journalism thing doesn't work out. You've got a career in therapy.
Why do you feel this way?
Yeah.
I am.
Interesting. Tell me more about X. What has X done for you lately?
I'm going to play a tiny bit of a long game because it's all the way around the other end of the initiative count, and throw a bardic inspiration die 1d10 over to Belden.
Okay.
Because I feel like we want Belden rolling well.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can bardically inspire Belden.
I do wish to remind you, this duel is not one-on-one. This is, in fact, a battle royale. Feel free to jump in.
Oh,
You're fine.
No. 60 feet, yeah, definitely. I will try to do the vicious mockery on Eleanor Silverstride.
Yes. I have to do a save for vicious mockery, isn't it?
Yes, a
Guessing wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
So that is a 5.
I don't think it's gonna avoid it.
She's got a 17 whiz.
So you rolled a natural 2 then.
I did.
I can't think of anything witty to say right now, but I imagine that you can't think of anything witty to say ever.
Wonderful. Roll damage, 2d4.
It's a 4.
4. Well, that's not bad. That's average for 2d4.
Yes, and disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Which is the big thing, yeah. Okay, Mavina Blackforge gets out of her chair, walks over to you, Eao, and you feel a familiar hand on your shoulder. It's older now than the last time you felt it.
Kept you waiting.
She says, I thought you died.
Honestly, I thought next time I saw you, I'd be more of a hero.
You were always a hero.
Music swells.
Now, let Mum take care of this, eh? And she's going to charge across this massive pile of coins and gems that no one has asked me about. Directly at Eleanor Silverstride. It was clearly a trap. And yeah, let's roll that charge. +7 a hit. Here we go.
None of my
Ooh,
characters have any perception of how gold works or its value.
That's not going to hit.
God, it's her last season, darling.
So she crashes into the table and falls to her feet. Falls to her knees. But yeah, that's actually not going to work, which is unfortunate because I rolled very, very low. That's all right. She has some other things she can do. She's got action surge, and take out the hammer. Okay. My God. Well.
I'll be honest. When I wrote this, I assumed if this ever came up, Eao would be fighting her against her, not with her.
That doesn't hit either because I just rolled a natural 4, and even with plus 12 to hit on this fucking hammer, you can't hit.
You do remember that the disadvantage is for Silver Stride, right?
No, the DM rolling is back. I'm afraid the DM rolling is back. That's a shame. That's go.
On the other hand, though, this is about the level of property damage you'd expect from her fighting.
Okay, next hammer hits. Yeah, so the table is just destroyed. Dimbles is like, boy, I was eating that. Yeah, so yeah, that hits. So it's going to be quite a lot of damage. Quite a lot of damage indeed. Indeed. 15 bludgeoning.
I have a question.
Boom. Yep.
Was Dimbles enjoying a rare wolf steak?
Yes.
Raw dog.
Oh no! No!
Why do you do this to us, Brie?
Anyway, that's her turn. It's Eleanor Silverstride's go. She's going to turn around and try and kill your mum, if you don't mind.
Rude.
Yeah, well, she's going to do it. Oh, ooh, she can cast spells as well. All right, we'll do that. Banish. Okay. Which save type is banished? It's charisma, isn't it? Oh, that's not her best save. Okay, she's rolled a 12. What's the spell save DC for her spells? 16. She's out of here. Boop.
God, as an artificer, usually playing a bard is just because like bardic inspiration, it's a bonus action, but flash of genius, it's a reaction.
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, Mavina Blackforge is out of there. Mavina Blackforge is not native to this plane, so in 1 minute we'll just go back home. Whoop. That's Eleanor Silverstride's go. Oh shit! It is not Eleanor Silverstride's go. Quite incredibly, she can cast 1 spell and do an attack. So she's going to run up to you and try and sword you.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Ooh. Okay. So that's turned a natural 20 into an 8 plus 4, 12. So that's not going to hit you, Eao.
That does not hit.
No. Okay, well, she's failed that. Okay, that's her turn. We get to Radar Bockleave.
I believe I'm going to prepare casting a spell. Presumably, if all goes according to the plan of what this pot is up to, I'll be casting Fear.
Nice. Okay, so you prepare that spell.
But I'm also going to look at Eao and see how you're doing physically at this moment as well, Eao. Are you okay?
38 out of 70.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty bad, actually, isn't it? Let's change that action instead, and instead give you a heal.
Just above bloodied.
I'm going to give you a heal instead, then.
Ooh, I do appreciate that.
That seems a bit better decision. And it's going to be a heal in the form of kick to the shins.
Yes.
The kick to the shins is going to do apparently 4d8 healing damage.
4d8 healing?
No, 5d8 healing damage.
Do you roll that or do I?
I'll roll it. 22, I have my charisma to that, so that's 26
points of healing. So I burnt a 4th level spell slot on that.
Nice.
Ooh, that's actually really nice.
Anything else, Raina?
That's 5 DXs. I believe that all I am capable of doing, because my other actions are disengagey side things. Actually, no, I'm likely to draw the ire of Eleanor for this, and she might actually know who I am. At that juncture, then it's going to be bonus action hide.
Okay. Yep. Roll me stealth. As we go
No.
Okay, you're perfectly visible, and Eleanor now might target you.
I mean, 9, so
Yeah, that's not gonna. No, her
not
best
great,
perception
but
is
yeah,
higher than
I moved back. But yeah, I kick you in the shins and heal you for 26, and then walk back to my corner
Okay.
and hide.
Torian needs to make a saving throw because Eleanor Silverstride has a feature I completely forgot about. Passes the saving throw, so is immune to that effect. You'll find out about that one, Eao, when it's your turn. Torian's running in because he's just seen his partner of God knows how many years vanish. So he's not too happy about that. And he's going to go in and try and rectify this with the application of weapon.
I would like to note in this position, I am flanking her.
All right, let's see. Rolled worse, so not the first time. Let's try the second time. Okay, second time definitely hits. So draws out the rapier and just launches forwards. The short sword, the scimitar, the divine scimitar, and launches forwards and strikes and goes Havaki, and does quite a bit of damage actually. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. Yeah, okay. 9 points of radiant damage. She's feeling it. She ain't bloodied yet, but she's feeling it. And she's going to hold it. I think she's focused on you. She's focused on you. She's going to do her best to take you out. She's not as interested. She has got to make a concentration check for banish. She passes. But we go to you, Eao. Eao, wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this a saving throw against charm or fear?
It is. It is against charm or fear. Yeah.
That means I get advantage on that.
None of you drank the wine, by the way, did you?
No.
Nope, I didn't.
Damn shame. Okay.
That is a natural 20 for
natural
a total
20. You are immune to the sorrowful presence, which would have charmed you and given you disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws for the duration.
That is nasty.
Oh, it's nasty, yeah. The Winter Eladrin, amazingly, this is a raw stat block, is CR 10, so it was like, well, it's perfect. How very convenient. Okay, yeah. Eao, what are you doing?
I want to do something I actually haven't done since we were playing, but before the stream started.
Go on, I'm intrigued.
I want to use one of my tricks, switcheroo.
This has been a long time, yeah.
As a bonus action, I may make a dexterity sleight of hand check, contested by one target within 5 feet of me, their wisdom perception check. On a success, I switch a piece of jewelry, a small bag, or a concealed item in that person is carrying with a similar item object that I have.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, I'm going to try to switch out the iron flask that I believe she has.
She does.
with a knife.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Let me see. Yeah, I've got to roll perception.
I think okay, so this is a sleight of hand check.
It's a good roll, but you've got a good chance still. I'll tell you now, you've got to beat an 18. Took me a while to do the maths because I had perception.
Because this is a dexterity sleight of hand check, I'm also going to stack upon this the tricks of the trade feature.
Okay.
Starts a long rest and making a charisma deception check or a dexterity sleight of hand check, I can add the bonus from one of them to the other. That bumps it up to a a big number.
This could be big. This could be huge.
Let's see, so that's 3, and that's a 32.
Yeah, that beats 18. Okay, you have the iron flask. That's a very scary proposition for Eleanor Silverstride. That's very scary. I mean, she doesn't know currently, because that's part of what this swap does, is it does it in a hidden sense. It's sort of like a reverse pickpocket. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
I assume I do this when she gets hit by Torian.
Yeah. And you just grab it. Very good. Anything else there?
I'm going to look at Eleanor and say, sorry about this, but I feel like I could use a bit more help. And I'm going to open the iron flask.
Have you used your action already?
That was a bonus action.
Oh, very good. Okay, yeah, you open it, and out comes. It's a Cantlaw faculty reunion. Out comes the most horrendous potion creator.
I don't like it.
Who's been stuck reading a note for the past however long.
Oh, and also, if I'm remembering the rules of the Iron Flask correctly, is compelled to follow my orders for the next, 10 minutes?
1 hour, I think. Yeah.
An hour.
Obeys your commands during that hour, yeah, because the Iron Flask.
Vrixis, if you don't mind, deal with her.
Oh, with pleasure. Okay, let me roll initiative for.
Sensing that there was some tension between the magic schools.
Brooks is just like killing people, like, honestly. He's just
honestly,
big into
I
it.
probably didn't even need the compel effect.
Yeah, he'd have done that for free. Okay, Varixis.
Yeah, but this stops him from murdering you first for putting him in the flask in the first place.
Varixis rolled a 15 for initiative, so actually we'll be going next, which is amazing.
Good job revealing that you stole the bottle immediately, because if she was to reach in and then, like, grab it out, like, it would be embarrassing, but she'd still be holding a knife.
That's true. Unlike the rapier she's holding right now.
That's my turn, though, if that takes a full action.
That's a full action, yeah, to draw Varixis out. But Varixis is going... is going to use the eyes. Yes, please. You know what, Eao? I'm going to need you to roll this. Can you give me 3 d10s, please? Reroll duplicates.
So I'm assuming you have Varix's custom stats on?
Yeah,
4 and 2.
Oh, yes. It's his eye raise. Someone might be getting feeble-minded. What was it?
10, 4, and 2.
10, 4, and 2. 10 is feeble-minded. We're going for it. We're going to start with 2. So, saving throw will be silenced. That's a failure. She can no longer cast spells. 4, hey. Slowing Ray. Dexterity saving throw or have your speed halved. She's passed that one. Lastly, Feeble Mind. So already takes 14 psychic damage, just for free. And then, here we go. Intelligence saving throw.
I figured I'd do this before she did it to me.
That's cocked.
We do want her to have her mind intact, though, because otherwise she probably can't hold up her end of the bargain.
Shoot, what's the DC? Ooh, she's failed!
Her end of the bargain is if she loses, she dies.
Her charisma intelligence scores are now 1.
Quick question, does being feeble-minded drop concentration?
Does feeble-minded drop? I mean, there's nothing to say it does, but I feel like it should at least provoke a concentration check. Oh, she took damage as well.
She's taken damage as well. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might not do it. 1, 3. Ooh, no, it does. It does just. She got an 11. I would do a second one for being feeble-minded, though. I feel like that provokes a second check. But that one passes. She kind of just opens her mouth like,
Oh, that's my turn then.
huh.
Well, that's Vix's turn, I guess.
Yep, that's Verixis's go. That was pretty successful, though. Her speed is... No, she passed the speed. She's silenced, and she can't say it. She can't, like, communicate now. She has a lower intelligence than a dog, for example. It's the Isle of Midnight's go.
I know the objective here is to kill Silverstride now, and that's probably going to be really easy. But if I can play devil's advocate for a second, if we do that in this timeline, an Owlin somewhere becomes a little bit less cool. And we should really be thinking of them before we make that decision.
Nah.
Gargoyle has not crossed Eo's mind once, except when noting that none of her friends are at the dinner table.
He's so much cooler when he doesn't have a shadow.
Gargoyle has never
Gargoyle.
crossed Ao's mind.
Gargoyle has and never will be cool. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, one thing you notice when you're looking at Eleanor is that her shadow is that of an Owlin.
Oh, wow. I thought she would make us, like, fight Shadow Gargoyle.
No, she's wearing it. The Isle of Midnight is looking up at the Queen of Ravens and is looking a little bit perturbed that the Queen of Ravens is not happy in it. Like, is asking questions, is not, like, immediately happy with the work that the Isle has made. He's getting a little nervous there, a little bit like, maybe things aren't going well. He's like, but you are here to take me back, right? To the Keep of Shadows. To home. You're taking me back, right? Everything I've done, it's been to be reunited with you, my lady. I don't like that. Everything. Everything. Please tell me you'll take me back. Or it would all be for naught. Roll me insight, please, Belden Potts.
Yeah, I think I'm good at that.
Bear in mind, if he gets too depressed, he might also drop the delayed fireball.
That is a 19.
That is exactly the thing you suddenly. That if he has no reason to continue and no possible way out of this place, he might just drop concentration on the delayed blast fireball that has been sitting above you for hundreds of years.
Okay, in that case, I can't just say, nope, yep, you're out forever, all over, bye.
We can't just traumatize him and make him run in fear throughout the entirety of his grounds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we all die.
Yeah, his version of morosely burning down his house is just going to be destroying us all in a massive explosion. So we have to play this carefully.
It's probably just like some pro gestures from Marina at this juncture, going, don't.
Oh, kill him, you say?
No. Shut up, voice in my head.
Strange. What's that voice in my head suggesting I should kill him? Hot Sphinx to herself.
That's the Isle of Midnight's go. This because obviously he's not in a combat encounter; he's in a social one. It's time for the other bird respecter, Belden Potts.
Well, it would seem to me that you're keeping some rather odd company. This Fae, and a foolish one at that, it would seem. Could you explain yourself?
You mean Silverstride, milady? She offered me dragons, power, so that I could break out of here and rejoin you. So I could be at your side forever, milady.
Question, what would Potts actually know about the Shadowfell?
Not anything at all.
Okay.
It is nowhere near as common here as it is in various other worlds.
Would she have been able to infer anything from the sort of lessons and stuff that she and Raynar found?
You would be able to infer that that's his home and he desperately wants to get back there.
I have a question. Is the Queen of Nordmark known as the Queen of Ravens?
She's known as the Queen of Ravens sometimes. She has a couple of names.
Okay.
The Queen of Ravens, the Witch Queen, Velena as well. Saint Velena sometimes. You know, for Saint Velena's Day. When everyone sends cards and chocolates to their loved ones.
And cryptic messages about their future.
Yeah.
That's so Raven.
Think what in order is a test of your loyalty and worthiness.
Anything.
She
Anything
looks
at
up.
all.
Delayed fireball. How long have you held it?
300 years, my lady.
Is it within your power, your expertise to somehow release it safely? Through that restraint?
I don't know how.
That's terrifying.
It's... Well, normally you'd cast a spell magic, but normally delayed burst fireballs don't last longer than a minute.
You must have found it in your power to extend it. Surely you know of ways to exercise other control over it?
No, just to extend it, just to delay the inevitable. But that's fine. Create a portal now to the realm of shadows. We'll leave. Who cares about these people?
In
If
another
anything,
world,
Their death will be delicious.
Perhaps you've grown decadent. I would like to see some restraint.
By the way, Eao shudders after hearing herself being referred to as delicious.
Roll me a persuasion check, please, Belle.
remember that you have 1d10 you can add.
Oh yeah. Delicious like a okay, is this just a straight roll, no advantage?
No advantage in this case, but you do have the Bardic Inspiration.
In another world, the Emerald Forest is on fire arc. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just finding all of the other campaign ideas I had.
Okay.
I'm just throwing you through all those now.
Yeah, I'm very scared to roll this dice.
Me too.
Okay. Let me just... Oh, I'm definitely going to have to check my persuasion on this. Let's see. Persuasion. I have a +8 persuasion because I'm proficient in it. Will 27 do?
27 will do. Well done. Was that with the Bardic Inspiration?
Nope.
Ooh, you still got it. Very good. Okay. The Isle of Midnight looks at you and goes, restraint, of course. Of course. I'm sorry. I let myself feel almost for a second. It's been too long, milady. I apologize. Okay. We're going to go to Amos Davis Dupree.
Okay. So, are any of the gems in this room real?
You can find out.
I shall. I'm just gonna do and check around the general pile on the floor.
Yep.
For any gems that are real and might be worth 50 gold or more.
Yeah, you can find a 50 gold piece gem. There's an emerald there.
Okay, cool. And might be putting my cards on the table, but I don't suppose it would be reasonable that I attended this masquerade with a stick of chalk.
I don't think that is reasonable, no.
Would it be more reasonable, yet still unlikely, that there is a stick of chalk anywhere in this room?
You know who has chalk? Raynar Bulkleaf. You can't be tailoring clothes without chalk, darling.
I'm just gonna tap.
That is my line.
I'm
Raynar's
sorry,
shoulder.
I just love the character so much.
I know, it's your character, of course.
Just gonna tap Raynar's shoulder. Do you have a little stick of chalk I could borrow for just a moment of your time?
Keep diving and tie back on, darling.
Oh, it's fancy.
Only the best. Imported, don't you know?
All right, and oh yeah, the Eleanor can't really attack or take reaction, so I guess I can just easily walk back.
She can attack and take reactions despite her low intelligence.
Oh, okay, well if she wants to do an opportunity attack.
Grounded.
Eleanor smash.
Eleanor smash. Yeah, she is. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There we go.
It's like
now
it's just pure instinct.
It's pure instinct, yeah. Because her wisdom hasn't been dropped, so. That is 6 points of bludgeoning and 13 points of cold damage. So 19 total.
Okay. 13. 4, 3, 8.
You do get the feeling that things are not going well for Eleanor Silverstride right now.
Yeah, so I think that maybe searching has... Actually, we do need a bit of time. Like, do you want Eleanor dead? Actually, no, we've got time. Do I still have an action?
Yeah. You've only moved away, you've done nothing else.
Okay, yeah, then I am going to cast, or begin casting, at least. It's going to take a minute, so 10 rounds, if we can get through 10 rounds. Teleportation circle, and I'm going to draw on the ground the teleportation circle to the Karaki office, like governmental.
Okay.
Does that work between planes?
I have
That's
no
the
idea.
question. I'm not 100% sure it does, but let me check.
I think you need gate for that, don't you?
Well, I'm working with what I got.
Same plane of
action.
existence as you, I'm afraid. You would know that, so you can not cast that if you want.
I don't suppose Amos Stupri knows any teleportation circles in the Emerald Forest.
No. No, absolutely not.
If he did,
then.
Eao would have many questions.
You're not the only one with a secret lies, Eao Dunwich. Okay, well,
Trade.
bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, again to... Oh, no. Yeah, no, you've still got yours.
Yep.
Can I use it on multiple features? Yep. Okay, well then, Eao. So Bardic Inspiration for whatever you want to do next.
Thank you. It's a D10 to any roll, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Except damage. It doesn't.
Drat. I can't crit and add Bardic Inspiration.
You need the College of Valor, I believe, to add it to damage rolls.
We're kind of out of immediate threats. I think I'm just gonna end my turn.
Yeah, okay. We go to Eleanor Silverstride, who is going to attack. she's very upset.
I do have something that I can do.
Okay, what is it?
I'm gonna take out a harmonica and begin doing a little instrumental jig, and that's going to give us advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Oh,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
While I'm doing it.
That's totally something I need. It's not like I have a magic item that does that.
Oh, yeah, that's totally a feature I need. They have it in Bard. Don't ask me why.
She's got advantage on spell saving throws. God damn it. Okay. should have had advantage on that feeble mind roll. Oh well. 2 attacks against Eao Dunwich because she has a singular will to kill you right now. Okay, that is not great. I'm only just now realizing I'm rolling with the wrong attribute for a rapier. Okay, 21 and an 11 to hit. I'm assuming the 11 doesn't hit.
No, but that 21 does.
Okay. So, Free piercing damage and 10 cold damage.
You know what? We're at a masquerade. We're at a ball.
Yep.
I think I'll use my final trick that I have, and I'll take her for a dance. Dance with the moonlit devil.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, as a reaction when I'm attacked by a creature with 5, as well to a dexterity acrobatics check contested against the strength of a creature within 5 feet of me.
Okay, her strength isn't terrible. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's terrible when I roll like that. You gotta beat a 3.
Yes, simply because I rolled a natural 3, and that
your minimum modifier is better than that as well. Like,
so we're not picking up Raynar and just swinging him around to attack with.
What's happening to Eleanor then?
Yeah, if I succeed, I switch places with the target and may make an attack roll on it, adding sneak attack if the attack hits.
Okay. Swap places?
So first, yeah, swapping places is a guarantee. The attack is not necessarily.
No.
In this case, I'm attacking with a dagger. 18.
That will not hit.
Drag.
I'm afraid her AC is 19. And it is natural armor. It's not like assuming she's in plate mail. She is always this armor. Yeah, unfortunate. She's now going to take a bonus action to teleport over to here where she has seen the Queen of Ravens and is getting a little upset that her con is getting interrupted. But she can't do anything else. She's over there, but that's it. She just goes...
Does she have the ability to reason this?
Well, she's seen a strange person who she doesn't know, and she's sort of jumped over there. Remember, she's still got wisdom, she's still got insight and things like that. She has no history, so she won't know what you are, but she knows that something's wrong, right? She's got a bad feeling. She's running on gut instinct now.
I can't believe she doesn't recognize my crossplay.
Yeah, but she's still got a wisdom of 17, so she's still like, something's not right here. So she leaps over to there, and she just goes... Because, of course, she's been silenced by Vyrixus.
I mean, she wouldn't be much better off if she wasn't silenced.
She wouldn't. That argument would have been, no, me want you, no, stop me, no, stop me, no. Me want, no.
You say that you should have rolled advantage, but would you deprive yourself of probably the only feeble mind that you're going to get?
You do have 10 minutes left. We're to Raynar Bogcleave. What's happening?
Okay. All right, very quick turn for me. I don't want her cutting in on my act here, so I'm going to cut in for her.
Oh, excellent.
Do a cloud of daggers at 5th level on her space.
Okay, that's a dex save. Let me roll it. Bad. That's an 11.
I mean, it's just a cloud of daggers just in her space, and when she starts her turn there, she's going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, it's just automatic, is it? Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. No need for a save. That's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of damage as well. Anything with a bonus action? You have Bardic Inspiration, of course?
I've got Bardic Inspiration, which I can give to Eao if Eao needs it.
I already have one.
Eao's still got it, but there's Amos.
Amos can have one.
Okay, sweet.
I didn't use it on the attack because I was confident in that 18.
The damage, Nick, is going to be quite substantial. It's going to be 10d4.
Do you want me to just use that with a dice roll?
I think that's how it works. Yeah, but only when it's her turn, because I imagine everything get killed before then.
Yeah, fair. Okay, Torian's running up and trying to do some damage because he's desperate to get his wife back. Although he does sort of give you like, hey, as he goes past. My daughter I've not seen in 10 years. But at the moment, I also can't see my wife. So it's kind of, it's not great. So yeah, he's going in for the attack with the Cinemasar. Ooh. That's 2 hits. So that's going to be 26 points of damage.
Oof.
This is now a bloodied Eleanor Silverstride. We go to Eao. Oh, and I need 2 saves for whether your mum comes back. Unfortunately, your mum is still banished.
I'm going to look over to Vrixis and ask, can your anti-magic deal with that up there? And I'll point to the delayed blast fireball.
Now we are talking. Vrixis goes, easily. And he turns and he looks upwards. And the delayed blast fireball, the concentration on it first is interrupted, that sort of trail of concentration by this anti-magic side. And it collapses inwards and then starts to expand. But then the anti-magic from Vrixis' eye hits it and it vanishes.
Amazing work, Iris.
Like erasing something in MS Paint as he's watching every angle.
Yeah, it's like whoop, 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 and it's gone. It's gone. I will say that is going to be Vrixis' turn.
Okay,
because he's
fair.
next anyway. But that's a big action. That's good. That was a great move. I know I threw Vrixis into this whole thing by saying that he's going to be there in the flask. I did not anticipate this is the solution to the sun. I love it. That's fantastic.
At 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Okay.
35.
Getting around
Getting
the
in a
other side.
flanking position.
Yep.
That will be
She's
a
irate. She's
21 to hit.
21 hits. This could do it.
Yeah, so first things first, that's the damage from the dagger and the damage from the... What's our snake attack at currently?
10 up. Right, no. I want to say 6. Is it? No, it's 5. It's 5.
Yeah, it's 6 next level, 5d6.
Yeah.
That is a total of 24 damage.
She's getting there. She really is getting there. That's really good. That's fantastic. Con save. Hey, that's a 5. Banishment drops. Mavina Blackforge is back. Holding a sandwich, looking a little confused.
Is that a ham sandwich?
It is a ham sandwich, but it's one she's made herself.
Oh, okay.
Well, she got banished back to home, so she's like, well, there's not much I can do here. Can make myself a sandwich.
Fair enough.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. And that is Eao, and then Vrixis'
And then
turn.
Vrixis. The Isle of Midnight is getting a little crowded around, is looking really nervous, and again...
And the lights go out.
And then, yeah, the lights go out. It is now dark. There are no lit candles on the table or anything like that, because they've relied on the sunlight forever. And the Isle of Midnight looks up and then looks at you, Belden, because the Isle does have dark vision, and says, I showed restraint. You'll take me back now, my lady, yes?
Was that you, or was it the beholder?
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You've got to take me back, or the Queen, she'll... Now there's nothing to stop her.
Oh. So you said, if it went off, the death of everyone here would be exquisite. Is
would.
that correct?
Yes, you'd love it.
Oh, that's your decadence showing.
No.
Was it if you were... How about... however, perhaps... Can you show the restraint of returning these morsels to where you found them?
All right, this is going to be... I'm going to say right now, it is a DC 30 persuasion check.
Remember your
Okay.
D10.
I've got the
Bardic
D10.
Inspiration needs to be a hell of a persuasion. I will give you... You know what? Because I've set the DC as 30, I will give you advantage for Raynar Bogcleave's costume and the fact that you've in general played this really well. Like, you know, the Isle of Midnight is pretty well convinced that you're the Queen of Ravens.
And for the fact that you're
Everything's
making a
going
heroic
well.
sacrifice and you'll be stuck here if he sends everybody else home.
No, he's just going to dismiss everyone he summoned here, which unfortunately also includes her.
You're creating a
Making
brand new
assumptions about
villain
this
out of
magic.
this guy because you're about to have...
I'm
If
making-
you succeed...
I'm making assumptions because we got 4 minutes left of this session, Nick.
If you succeed and he banishes everyone back home, suddenly his queen has left him behind. That is an antagonist waiting to happen.
Be
I
fair, you have Vrixis for company.
Well,
Okay. The good news is I've rolled a natural 20. That's the good news. The bad news is, of course, my modifier is only
You have a
20
D10.
Yep, +8, so I need to roll at least a 2 on this D10.
One.
Don't say it.
You succeed. So that's a 32. The Isle of Midnight looks at you and nods and says, yes, anything for you, milady. Snaps his fingers. And everyone vanishes and returns to their homes. Except him and Verixis. And technically Eleanor Silverstride, who was made her own way here, of course.
Who starts her next turn in the Cloud Daggers.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
the concentration.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
you wake up back in this screaming maelstrom, and you see Grounded's eyes are open, Eao, and you can see floating towards you there is that lich. And around you, all of that imposing darkness, and for a second you almost wish you were back at the wall. But you do feel in your heart a strength from the decisions and the friends you've made, empowering you. And before we finish, Hannah.
Hi there.
You have a piercing headache. And the rain-spattered gloom against the window as you get up from your bed and walk to your desk, knock another bottle on the ground, make some space, open another beer, start drinking it, just to get rid of the headache. There's a knock at the door. It's early, but sometimes clients come that early. You open it, and there she is. Legs that go all the way down, the start of your problems for the day. You haven't had anywhere near enough drink to deal with a woman like this. Long black hair, dark skin of a drow. She says, I need your help. Someone's trying to kill me. And I hear you're the best PI in the city. And yeah, that will be Id Ego, starring Hannah.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, maybe we'll make all the cameras black and white for it.
Please.
Yes.
We need film noir music playing. I have no idea where you're going with this, given that I play a paladin with no investigation skill. This is going to be fantastic.
It's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it.
Also, I think you could guess who the person Nick was talking about at the door was.
Your femme fatale.
I hate you.
Alana.
I hate you so much.
the most fatal woman I could think of in the entirety of Atos. Yeah.
She's not very tired.
Femme fatal.
That's the session. Well done. Obviously, Eao, you level up. You're now level 11. Alongside Grounded, we have just Hannah and Gargoyle to go, and then it's the finale.